Welcome to SpeakEasy Conversations number 45, Beats, Brews, Top 5 Albums with Doug Ziegler, actually.
Oh, to start. Yeah, me. Hi.
Hi. I'm Greg Washington. Yeah, Doug, what are you drinking?
All right, I'm going to do, since it is the day after Christmas, and, holiday season and all that jazz, I'm going to do Christmas beers all day. So I'm going to start with what is it? This is Alpha Claus, Three Floyds, Christmas Porter. So here we go.
Wait, so Christmas beers don't expire when Christmas does, like Christmas songs?
No, thankfully Christmas songs do, but although there is a radio station near me that plays Christmas music all the way through like the first week of January, which I think is absurd. But anyway, cheers to you, Greg. What are you having?
All I want for Christmas is you, Doug, and I didn't get it. So
my apologies. I couldn't ship myself to Wisconsin, so.
I thought you said you couldn't shit yourself in Wisconsin.
Starting off strong. What do you have to drink?
So in honor of our guest tonight, I have Japanese cold brew. Yeah, it's coffee, y'all. This is the first time I think anyone has drank coffee on our show now.
I think you might. We've had people have tea. I don't think we've ever had anybody have coffee.
I don't know what makes it Japanese. I would assume the beans.
That'd be my guess.
It is excellent. I'm doing my fast, so I don't know. The holidays were rough on the gut. And so, Doug, before we get to our returning fun, wonderful guests, we have to talk about next week, though.
Yeah, so next week.
No promo for it.
It's okay. Do you want me to go, or you want you to explain it?
You're
all right
with it. Let's go.
All right. So next week, instead of a show on Friday, we are going to do a show on New Year's Eve. Same time, same bat channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Nobody cares about Mountain Time. So we're going to be doing that Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. So if you guys want to hang out with us on New Year's Eve, nobody wants to fucking go out New Year's Eve anymore. There's too many drunk drivers. It's too fucking expensive. Have some beers, drinks, whatever. Hang out with us.
Everything you said. And next Friday is my birthday, and I will be going to breweries, hopefully.
Yeah.
And so we're going to come on New Year's Eve, which is wild and not our scheduled thing. So we're going to celebrate my birthday, and we're also going to celebrate the end of this year, which was a good, Doug, or not?
I'm not sure. It depends on what your interpretation of good is.
Yeah.
Tune in to find out, JT. Okay, that was quality. I have to say that was funny.
What? That was a quality troll?
Yeah.
All right, Doug. So yeah, next Wednesday, same time, Doug? Same bat channel?
Same time. Yep.
All right, Doug. Without further ado, I don't So our guests here are very familiar to us and people who watch our stream. They are the voices behind Modern Brews Beats, a podcast that sits at a unique intersection of craft beer, coffee, Doug, and music culture. Coming to us out of Dallas, Fort Worth, they specialize in bridging the gap between a fresh IPA and a fresh track, y'all. They don't just review liquids, they explore how craft beer intersects with society, music, and culture. They definitely do more than we do here, Doug. We're just goose on a Friday and the Fox, right?
Yeah, for
These
sure.
guys are actually principled in what they do. They've interviewed everyone, y'all, from local brewers to hip hop artists, uncovering some of the most fascinating narratives in the industry along the way. And without further ado, Doug, I'll bring them up so we don't step on each other. We have Tony and Jerry from the Modern Brews and Beats podcast. That's Jerry.
Hey, how's it going?
That's Tony.
Tony and Jerry. Welcome, guys.
That's our guys. Hello, hello.
Here. Always good to be with you guys.
So what's in the glass, Jerry? You both always have some intriguing things to drink because that's who y'all are.
Well, this is actually not going to be in a glass, and so that party foul on me for that. But I started sipping on it, and I just said, you know what, I'm drinking this right from the can. This is For Show, which is a rice lager done by Vector Brewing and Intrinsic Brewing here, and so it's a rice lager that does have lemongrass, Thai chilies, and basil. And usually when I'm buzzing, it's kind of difficult to see the deal. There you go. And so, yeah, that is what I'm sipping on right now because it is such a delicious lager. It's crisp, it's herbal, and refreshing. It's really good. And yes, still party foul. I should let you see it in the glass. Trust me, when I get another one, I will do the proper pour. But I know, right? I'll do the proper pour. But right now, I will get. No, I can't even give you dirty glass deal. Only thing I have right in front of me is a plastic glass that has polka dots. You won't appreciate that. At that point, you'll just cut it. Just cut it. But that's what I'm doing. Tony.
Yeah. Good evening, fellas. This has been a long awaiting podcast. I had this list ready, officially ready, probably a little bit after Halloween. I've been waiting for this night to get to this top 5. So I'm happy to be here, fellas. So thank you. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Greg, for the invite.
Yeah, glad to have you.
Tony, you drinking anything right now?
Yeah. I'm drinking some gin. Thanks to Jerry. He got me on gin. Me and the wifey, we're gin drinkers over here now. We graduated. But
Where'd you graduate from?
Literally, it was vodka, and it just kept giving us little tummy aches, man. And I'm too old for that. I don't want it. I don't want no part of it. So now we drink gin. It's a quality house. It was a bottom shelf liquor, but hey, it's the quality's good. It was a quick grab before the liquor stores closed a couple nights ago, so it's good. I got it mixed with some Minute Maid pink lemonade. It's not bad, fellas. I'm just trying something here.
Just some gin and juice.
Yeah, it's really good. So I'm enjoying it. Hey, shout out to the weather down here in the South. It's been springtime the last couple days. My allergies came back. I don't know. I'm in a t-shirt. I was in a tank top all day today. So I don't know how I'm feeling right now. I don't know whether to sweat or put sweats on. I don't know.
Hey, would you like to know what I did an hour before I got in the show? I was out shoveling snow. So yeah.
No snow here. No snow here. But hey, real quick. Sorry, I'm taking over the show. Just real quick. I got a bone to pick with Greg and Doug.
Uh-oh.
Quick, yeah. You guys, y'all are supposed to be dads of the year. Y'all did not tell me as a father to not get gifts that say assembly required. I'm mad. My back hurts.
Wait. Did you open them up and hadn't put them together yet?
I had to put pieces together, like put the damn
I
tire.
ain't got kid one. I could have told you that. Like, come on, now put that thing together.
Put the engine in. Like, come on, man. Why am I doing all this? My
Did
back
you have
hurt.
enough batteries?
We do have the batteries part. That we got that part down, but assembly requirement. I'm screwing shit and unscrewing stuff, and man, my back hurts.
GHG.
I can't think straight. My fingers hurt. So I'm mad at y'all. Y'all didn't tell me this. Y'all were supposed to be veterans in this game. Y'all let me down. But anyway, I digress. I had to say that out. And I had a bone to pick with y'all.
All I got is
That's messed up.
Hey man, you know how long it's been since I've had to do that kind of shit for my kids? My kids are adults.
This stuff, man. Y'all could have told me. Y'all could have gave me the heads up.
he's not like us, Doug. We would have known that.
God damn.
So,
I know now. I know now. Better late than never.
Jerry
How you doing
knows
for
it.
next year?
He don't even got a kid.
Hey, man.
That was
I know now. I know now.
Because I was that kid that would act like I'm asleep, but I already knew what was going on behind the door, and they were up putting things together. I said, "Gotcha."
Maybe it's because of all the shots you take at me from my Browns on your podcast, but we'll just let that. We'll just move on and we can move along. And let's go. I heard it.
You know, I put together a basketball goal for my boys, and that was the main thing, putting together like piece by piece. Good Lord. So and you know what? I'm not gonna lie, my wife and I did it together. Finally got it together, and my oldest was talking noise. Oh, I can beat you in horse and all this. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, so after I whooped him,
Just
he
in the
runs
game.
in the house and tells mama.
Mm-hmm.
He runs in the house and tells mama, who's a former Division I basketball player herself.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, you want me to finish the story? Yeah, she beat me. It's cool. She beat me. But I
Hey,
we
man,
got to the last
expecting
level
that
on horse. I almost had her, but that was my day, man.
That would have to be a future interview, Tony, with your wife, because I would love to get her thoughts on how she is seeing WNBA play out as popularity grows and as some different things going on. But that's a whole other thing. So yeah,
that'd be a hell of a discussion.
Mhm.
Or some good gin. So anyway, thanks, Greg. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Now you're prepared for next year.
Y'all have been going here for 240 shows over what, 5 years?
6 years, yeah. 6 years
Wow.
and over 11. You know, so we're just trying to catch up with you guys.
Yeah, well, we're a little. We talked about this before. We're a little ahead of y'all, just a little.
Absolutely, no, I know.
But we changed formats here, and y'all kind of changed formats a little bit. Or y'all, where did we add the coffee? Because coffee is, I mean, it's always been coffee, right? Or no?
So coffee's kind of always been there. What it was is that when we started, we wanted to find something that was intentional around brews, and we wanted to include anything that could be brewed, right? So if someone's going to talk about tea, or if it's limited to kombucha or something like that, or they want to talk about coffee, non-alcoholic, we kind of wanted to leave it open for that. And as we started the show in 2019, I know Tony was enjoying beer, but he wasn't, doing all the craft and different things. He would really prefer more of a macro lager and be fine with that. And I said, that's great. It's just, you're learning, you're growing, you're talking about, you're using your words and what you enjoy with the taste of the beer. So we wanted to get into more coffee talk. We had a few conversations early on, but this year we really got into a lot more coffee talk. And I had gone to the Dallas Coffee Festival. This was the inaugural year of it. And I said, we really need to bring that back. It's a part of our logo. We just need to be a little bit more intentional about it. And we've had a few conversations around coffee and their relationship to the tracking up the beer industry, how following along like specialty beer and specialty coffee, and learning a lot more about that. Definitely shout out to Jeff, who gave us a lot of good information to track on that. And so Coffee was kind of always there. This year, we just got a little bit more intentional and bring it into the mix of conversations.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's been a growing experience for me, and I'm really blessed to go on this journey with Jerry to just be introduced to this culture, because that's what it is. It's culture. Whether it's beer, coffee, distilled liquor, and whatever it may be. So it's been fun. I'm enjoying every single second of it. And the cherry on top of that, we talk music. And Jerry and I love that part too.
Doug?
Yeah, we love that too, that you guys talk about that. I also understand you've also, I think, if I remember right, there's also, you talk about kombucha, which is a different kind of beast. My wife likes that. I am not a fan, but like it, I always enjoy you guys just finding these different avenues to explore, and it's always interesting. And I really enjoy listening to you guys, talk about a bunch of different stuff. And you guys have been on a long. I think the thing is, you've been on a longer journey, but I think us doing weekly kind of made it. We might have more episodes, but like we're both kind of in that same realm of 5 to 6 years. We're both kind of, I think we've all kind of found our niche, right? And I really enjoy being able to talk to you guys, listen to you guys. So again, thanks for coming on. Thanks for having us on your podcast so we can talk music, and looking forward to breaking it down.
Look at that, Doug. Wonderful segue to, I believe this is the latest. Look at you, Doug.
That was unintentional, but all right.
Hey, maybe it was intentional, Doug. This is, I mean, look, 7 years of working together. We know I can read what you're going to say and all that. Jerry and Tony should know that by now. But yeah, episode 240, I believe it's the last one to come out, Jerry? Is that true?
This will be the last one that will be of 2025. The next ones there'll be one right coming into 2026, but this will be the last one.
And in the year on a positive note, 240 though. That is so awesome. Yeah, y'all. One of the things I love about your podcast is that y'all really well, it appears to me that y'all go out of your way to platform Black creators and crafters across everything that y'all do, whether it's music, kombucha, distillery. And one of the most fascinating guests that y'all had was Donovan Williams from Delta Dirt Distillery. That is Modern Brews and Beats 209, or I'm sorry, 206. My bad.
Thank
for
you.
those who want to go look for it. And this is the family. The family is a farming family to distilling, and it was just a fascinating story. I don't know if one of y'all or both of y'all want to talk about that one.
It's still a mission of mine. It's sad. They're literally like 2.5 hours away from me, and I haven't made it out there yet. But I'm planning, hopefully in 2026, planning a trip out there, because they do have a huge blues festival in that same town of Helena, West Helena, where Delta Dirt is located at. So that's actually, yeah, man, I got to get out there. So hopefully in 2026, that's a goal for my wife and I, to go post up. And it's right, not too far from Memphis. A lot of little casinos, go do a little sports betting and lose my money and call it a day.
Don't lose your money. Don't lose your money. I think what captured me on that story, it's interesting. We have a lot of individuals who are involved with distilled spirits, but they may not necessarily be the owner of the brand. Maybe they're the spokesperson of the brand. Maybe, they're not necessarily tied to any of the production of the liquor. They just may be a face, and that's cool. That's cool. What was interesting about this story is that this is dealing with land that has been in the family for at least 4 generations. And this really is a grain to glass type situation. And that's not something you run across very often. And especially the fact that it was Black owned, it just was like, okay, that's a really unique story. And we got into some conversations around, the things that the family had to do to keep that land. They did something that was very unique in that they were actually able to buy the land that was being sharecropped. And that's just not something that happens often. And it turns out that while the family started in 2017 to work on the spirit, I believe it was the actual sweet blend vodka that was first. The part of their story that's fascinating is that the grandfather, U.D. Williams, actually was able to buy the sharecrop land doing moonshining. And it was one of those things that it was not intentional. They were not saying, okay, we're going to bring that back or something back from our history, because it was very dangerous, as I'm sure, we can read about different things around that time and doing moonshining like that. But that was just a unique story. And I was very grateful to get a chance to talk to Donovan, and they've won a lot of awards for their products. But yeah, Helena, West Helena, I'm so appreciative for that Tony actually said it, because every time I say it, I screw it up. I'm going to say West Helena or something, just adding all kind of syllables, but West Helena. And there's also a story in that town too that we didn't even get into for the podcast around there was an uprising. I want to say this is 1919 or something like that. There was an uprising around the land, and I think there were people who were trying to just take this land from these black farmers or something like that. So there's actually more to that story that I'd love to actually get Donovan back on to talk about more. But yeah, Delta Dirt Distillery out of Helena, West Helena, is really, really good stuff. And I have their Sweet Roots right now. I don't have the bottle with me, but Sweet Roots is sort of what they call an Arkansas brown, right? So you'll have the elements, the new oak, but it's gonna have sweet potatoes in the distillate, and so it's not bourbon whiskey that they would just call it Arkansas brown. And so they have sweet roots, and they also have deep roots, which is a higher alcohol by volume. But I'm going on and on. So
quick shout out to their Tall Cotton Gin.
Tall Cotton Gin
is the ish. It really is.
I like it.
I think, Jerry, I know you've been to multiple barrel and flows together. I think the first time I ran into them was at Barrel and Flow, where they were like a vendor. They just brought their stuff to it felt like they were kind of promoting themselves to try to, and I had some of their vodka and their gin, and I really took their gin. I like gin, so very happy and proud of Tony for getting into the gin realm now. So good on you, sir. And you and I will talk. I will be happy to send you some gin. That will be I think you might enjoy it. So it was that's a fascinating story. And the thing is, hearing their story, and again, here's the thing: like, it's not to get too far afield. The idea of learning about things of uprising and things of that, Tulsa, it takes a lot of stuff where our education system doesn't really give us. Right? So it's nice to actually learn more about it. So I hope you get to have him on and talk a bit more about that. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, I totally have to have him back. And again, one thing I will again say with keeping up with you guys and following you guys, I love the curiosity. There's always curiosity around whatever your guest is doing, whether they're a writer, whether they're a chef, whether this and that's. And so, again, those are just to let you know, flowers are here to say, thank you for that curiosity, and thank you for passing that out to other podcasters who, as they talk to different people and how we learn and grow. So thank you.
Well, thank you too, Jerry. Back at you, because you guys also bring us stories. Just wonderful stories. The other one I found was the story of B+B from BVP using coffee to support HBCU students. Can you guys talk about that? And did the conversation open y'all up to any perspectives on a coffee side, and whether is there any connection between coffee and beer socially? What do y'all think?
When I met B+B, and and that is his name, B+B, with BVP Coffee, this was at the Dallas Coffee Festival. This is their inaugural year. this past year, right? And so we were connecting there, and I saw that. I mean, I'm meeting a lot of other people there, and some people that we've actually interviewed on the show before. And when I saw that information about $1 from each bag goes to help, business students at HBCUs, I said, that's a fascinating angle. Tell me a little bit more about that. And so we learned about how they were getting this coffee together and working with a vendor in Ethiopia, and they were air roasting the coffee, which, again, this is a part of that journey thing, because I really hadn't thought much about how the differences between air roasting and still drum roasting and what that was all about and what it would do to the coffee. And so that was new to learn a little bit more about that. While they don't work with a brewery to produce a beer at this time, it's something that they're open to. In fact, one of the other coffee roasters that we've had a conversation with, Jonathan with Traystell out of Plano, Texas, is also interested in doing a collaboration with local breweries. And so we've definitely been talking to people who want to do. In fact, speaking of Barrel and Flow, Doug, the collaboration we did with Hop. Oh my goodness, why did this drop out of my head? The espresso.
We're old.
Yeah.
The espresso cream ale that we did, that was one where we wanted to bring coffee and beer together. So while that wasn't tied to BBP coffee, the one we did for our Barrel and Flow this year we wanted to kind of bring that thing together as well.
Excellent brew. Wasn't that Hop Lore? Was that their name?
Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. Coffee, express coffee cream ale. I'm trying to remember.
Espresso cream ale. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Delicious.
It was.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that brew. That was really good. And one of my goals is honestly is to explore more the collaboration between breweries and coffee, whether it's here in my own local community or somewhere else in the state of Arkansas or anywhere. Because I became a big fan of coffee ales, espresso cream ales, just those two things combined, because I am a lover of coffee as well. So bringing those two things together, it's pretty neat to me.
Doug, do you, and same question for you, Greg. One, do you like coffee beers? And if you do, what beer would you prefer, like coffee in? Like if you have to have coffee in it, I'll take it in this as opposed to anything else.
Doug.
All right. Well, one, I want to say the coffee cream ale was the first coffee cream ale I've ever had. I've had coffee blondes, a couple of those, but that coffee cream ale was really, really interesting and really delicious. So what was the name of the brewery again?
Hop Lore.
So
Hop Lore out of Northwest Indiana.
Yeah. So that was great. And I'm glad you guys got to do that and got to bring coffee into that. As far as coffee, like in beers, I am open to trying it in nearly any one. Like I really, really do appreciate when a coffee blonde is done well, because those are it seems almost like two flavors that should go together, but if you do it well, it works awesomely. Obviously you got your coffee porters, coffee stouts with the roastiness that kind of seems like a natural marriage, but I'm curious why I haven't never seen a coffee brown ale. I'm wondering how that hasn't been done. I mean, brown ales aren't inherently roasty, but I feel like that flavor profile would work really well with it. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. Greg, how about you?
Love all the coffee beers. Give me all the coffee beers. As long as it's not like coffee and like,
IPA or something. Coffee IPA.
IPA. As long as it's in a style that you know what I mean, Jerry. But it's weird because I wouldn't have said that like a coffee cream. I wouldn't say coffee cream ale. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
Like brewers are out there doing wonderful, innovative things that I wouldn't even be like, what are you all trying to do? And then we have it and we're like, wow, that's good. That's why I love, Doug knows over the years, I love these beers that sound, and Doug loves these like 4, 5, 6 adjunct beers. And I'm looking at it like, what are we doing here? And then I try it. I'm like, wait, what are we doing here? So I think a lot of that's going on with coffee.
Sure.
Is what is, and then, there's the parallels with coffee and beer. So
yeah, there's definitely some beers that do it better than others, but I've tasted some coffee IPAs. There was one actually here locally, Raw and Sons did one that I enjoyed. There was also a sour beer where someone used the cascara part of the deal. It worked, but it wasn't going to be like a coffee like you'd have like a cup of coffee. It tasted very different. It was on sour tart. So again, eye opening.
All right, Doug, are you good? We can.
Yeah, I have a second beer if I could. You guys are cool with that?
Of course.
All right, before I do this, I'm going to give the guests a choice. These are my two favorite Christmas beers. Do you want A or B?
What?
Pick A or B. I'm going to drink both of them, so just pick A or B, and we'll go.
Let's go A. Let's go A.
I'm here for A, and Greg's A flat. So I mean, let's.
Yeah, great. A flat. So we're going A. All right. So A was this one, which is St. Bernardus Christmas Ale.
Absolutely.
Classic.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I found it in cans. Usually they always have it in 4-pack bottles, and they actually put like a 4-pack of cans this year. So
Nice.
B was Mad Elf, so that will be coming later, Imani. So thank you for previewing that for later.
You picked the right one.
Pick the right one, baby. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, Manny's back to argue.
That's because that's Manny's job.
What are we arguing about, Manny?
No, I think May's back to weigh in on the top 5 when we drop them, because I think
yes, that's what he was ready for.
I'm sure there's going to be a conversation.
God damn, that St. Bernardus is delicious. Such a good Christmas beer, man.
What's going on with it, Doug? Is it like cinnamon and nutmeg and all the other goofy
shit? A little bit. It's almost a little sweet because of the qualities of like how it looks. I mean, just look how lovely that looks. That's nice, dark, tasty fucking Christmas ale. The spices and the Christmas spices are not overdone. They're very subtle, which makes it very drinkable. Like something like if I have like an old Fezziwig, that's very heavy on the spices, which I like, but that's I have one of those, and that is good for a while. But these are very not crushable, but very tasty and drinkable.
It's dark, like I like
your coffee.
You're a weirdo, Doug.
Pretty colorful.
And who's also a weirdo is actually another segue. This is the segment that is inspired by my goofy friend who loves to go to breweries. In fact, he likes to go to over 1,500 breweries, and he's probably doing that this weekend. And also, y'all, you can find him on Modern Brews Beats. His name is Joel Geyer.
And it's like a 1-year anniversary of his book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's episode 216 from Modern Brews Beats. Head up.
Wait. We'll talk, John.
Wait.
Yep, really? Here we go.
Really?
Says the graphic designer, so this is gonna be fun.
Oh no,
JHG's a graphic designer, so
we're drinking. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm drinking coffee though. So, yeah. So, this is the segment that is inspired by Joel. Joel's been to 1,500 breweries, and as I said, he went on Modern Brews and Beats and talked about it with Jerry and Tony, and that was earlier this year. And so this segment, y'all, is looking at brewery logos because Joel likes to not only go to breweries, he likes to rank them at the end of the year. So we're going to start in North Carolina. with Catawba.
Catawba. It's Catawba. I know because that's a grape up here in the Finger Lakes in New York.
Okay, but I'm not allowed to butcher it.
Sure, feel free.
Okay, well then leave me alone. So anyway, Catawba, or whatever Doug said. Doug, say it right, please.
Catawba.
Thank you. Founded in 1999. It's 26 years old. They are now a contract brewer, Doug. I don't know if you know that. And they shut down all their tap rooms, and apparently in an abrupt way that people weren't happy about, but I'm not sure. I didn't go down that rabbit hole. But what do y'all think of this? What do you think of this logo, Jerry, off the top?
I'm thinking that JSG is like going to like come through the chat like you know, okay, so I like I said, I told you.
Okay.
I'm not immediately. I mean, when I look at it, some lettering things are kind of interesting, but as a whole, it doesn't. Like if I was seeing it on a can, the one thing I like about it is that there are not a lot of elements in it. What can I say? It seems like it'd be easily recognizable from like even if the blue wasn't in the back, if this were just black on white, I would probably recognize it and go, okay, that's that beer. Like I'm not confused as to what brand that is. Whoever did it was careful enough to like give you the line with the dot in the middle and then another line. So from a styling thing, it's like, okay, it does. I don't immediately hate it. I guess that's what I'm really trying to say. I don't immediately hate it. And it looks like something I would recognize. Now, are there other lettering choices that could be done? I would totally give, I mean, especially a professional designer would probably go, okay, lettering, I want to do something different with the lettering. But I think I would instantly recognize it. Huh? Go ahead. Oh, it must be a story behind the mountain river. What's interesting? So, what's the? It's a grape, you say, Doug? What is the?
Catawba grapes are used a lot. They're red grapes used in wine and the Finger Lakes. So Catawba, that's just how I know it. That's how I knew how to pronounce it. I don't know. Maybe that is like some sort of native naming convention down in Carolina. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying that's how they pronounce it. And maybe it's pronounced differently there. I'm just saying up here it's Catawba. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly think of any particular thing. I would think of like some kind of mountain brewery. But looking at it just as it is, I look at some kind of mountain brewery. You know.
All right. So Joel gave me an Easter egg about this one. So do you want to comment on it first? Do y'all want to comment before I show the Easter egg, or should I show you the Easter egg? You want to see? What do y'all want?
Let's go with the Easter egg.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. So when you flip it, you see North Carolina and South Carolina.
Oh, see, I was thinking that when it was right side up, that was actually North Carolina as a state. I was wrong.
Interesting.
And the graphic designer was correct. So, Tony, thoughts on this? We can go back to the other one if you want.
It looks unique. Looks like I'm about to get some solid lagers from there. Maybe a good 5 alcohol by volume, 5.5 maybe good lager. Yeah, so that's what I see. I'm about to sit down and chill for a minute.
Okay. Doug, what are your thoughts with this one? Are you our graphic designer is loving this. What are you thinking, Doug? That
is clever, but the fact that you have to flip it upside down to do that is a little annoying. So listen, this is a very average logo for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's the thing: North Carolina blue. You got Duke. You got North Carolina. They're all blue. So I get the blue and the shades of blue. That makes sense to me in that capacity. What was that, Tony?
And now I hate it. Yeah, dang
it. Sorry to do that to you, Tony.
Now I hate it.
Yeah. Hey, as a Kentucky fan, I can't hate the blue for obvious reasons. But the brewing company, that part of that font, not so much a fan of that part. I don't. And yeah, I don't know why. And Brewing Co. I don't know why Co. is it Co. Period. I don't know. I'm nitpicking there, but I don't care for that bit. But overall, it's a fine logo. Not terrible. It's not great.
All right. Well, let me be. I think Tony said he liked it. I like it too. I think it's great, and I also love. To me, I love this actually. I love when there's Easter eggs, and of course you have to turn it upside down. But like, that's the point. That it's like there's an Easter egg, and apparently they had a place in North Carolina. So I don't know. I like it. The beers are pretty cool, but when I went a little down the rabbit hole, it was icky, so I just got out of there. So if y'all want to go down that rabbit hole, y'all can. But instead, I'm gonna go to not an icky one. We're gonna go to Colorado, y'all, and we're gonna go to Joyride Brewing, Edgewood Water, Colorado. They've been around for 10 years. And apparently the big thing about this one is this big rooftop patio thing. And I couldn't really get a good picture of it that wasn't illegal for me to use. So we got this one off their website. But if y'all can see buildings in the background. And apparently it's right across the street from a lake. And you can see the lake right from the rooftop here. So apparently it's a really, really nice thing. Their oatmeal, their milk stout's a good one. And a black ras blonde, raspberry, right, y'all? Ooh, and an ice cutter Kolsch. I would order that immediately. Jerry, I'm sorry, we'll start with Tony this time. Tony, where do you get out of this logo?
Oh, well, right now I'm looking up where the hell is Edgewood. It's right outside of Denver. Was that right? Inglewood? No, wait, Edgewood. I'm trying to figure out where the heck this is at in Colorado.
That elephant is drunk.
Yeah, I see the elephant on there, like Dumbo. Cool logo. I mean, I'm digging the patio already. I like drinking beer outside. Makes me happy, and I don't feel bad for spilling some on accident. Yeah, it's a city. I don't know. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess it's near Denver. Hey, I've been to Denver, Colorado. I explored a lot of the breweries in the area. So and I've never had a bad beer in the area. Again, I don't live there, so I don't really know. But dude, I'm sure they got some fine beer. I'm looking at some of their signatures beer. You said the ice cutter Kolsch, which Jerry and I talked about on our show, Modern Brews and Beats. I've been craving a good Kolsch. Especially back during the spring and summer this past year. Didn't get what I wanted, but I'm still on that mission for 2026. I'm interested in that black ras blonde. That sounds pretty cool. I'm hit and miss with oatmeal milk stouts. I just always been that way. I like a little bit of just I don't need a stout, especially an oatmeal stout. But that's just me.
No, Tony, can we go down a rabbit hole? Can we we're gonna go left a little bit, y'all. We'll come back. Tony, have you ever heard of Kolsch Service?
No, I have not.
Have y'all, Jerry, you've heard of Kolsch Service, right? Doug, have you ever heard of Kolsch Service? Jerry, correct me if I'm wrong. Kolsch Service is when you go to a place, a brewery, and they're prevalent, Jerry, in Czechoslovakia, right?
Yes.
Where the Kolsch is originally from. So what they do is it's called Kolsch Service. And they just bring these nice little, right, Jerry? These nice little, like, flight glasses of Kolsch. And they just keep bringing them around, and you just keep drinking them. and it's just this thing, and it's amazing. And I've never been to one. Jerry, have you been to a Coal service? And then, do you know more about it than I do?
Well, not honestly, not of course. Would love to travel to actually experience it in the place, right? But there've been a couple of breweries locally that have been experimenting with that. Celestial Beer Works and False Idol Brewing are two places I can think of off the top that have experiment with doing a Kolsch service there. And I was like, oh, this is really neat. And I like this. And these glasses are, I mean, so it was a new experience for me once I saw it from those breweries.
I think it's right up Tony's alley. He would love it, I think, because he loves the,
sit there all day with some
That's the point.
appetizers and chill my ass off. Don't put a TV in front of me with some good college basketball on. I'm down.
Right, with some sports ball and some Kolsch. And so anyway, back to Joyride Brewing. Tony, were you done with your assessment? We can get to Jerry, or do you have any final thoughts on it?
I don't know. Are you going to flip it upside down? I'm going to see something else here, or I don't know.
Nothing with this one.
I'm on my toes right now.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
No.
There's some comments in the chat that I'm agreeing with as far as that for me, that bicycle is giving Curious George energy. I just, so that's where I'm like, when I look at the elephant though, I'm thinking, Babar, but I'm not sure in what way that plays into the brewing. Like it looks like there's a story. If this were a place that used to be a circus and they changed it into a brewery or something like that would be kind of cool to talk about, like what it used to be, or maybe they hold a circus every so often or something like that. But yeah, the elephant is kind of interesting. I mean, it's giving tusks are on the handles. I mean, I know those are very strong, but goodness.
It's kind of weird.
One of my cats is trying to come and say, "Hey, how you doing? Come on."
Cat bomb.
Yeah, I don't know. Looking at it, I don't. It's just weird. The elephant is where I'm kind of like going, okay, what's that story of the elephant? Did Joel give us a tidbit of what the elephant, how it plays into it?
Joel was on his family vacation for Christmas, and I was like, I'm lucky he even responded to me. So, and he gave me that, and he told me to flip that logo up. He gave me all that. So, but no, cool. nothing on Joyride. Doug, do you have something on Joyride?
A few things. One, the legs and the tail are a little curious how they're orienting that. It looks like a third leg there that I don't want to be paying attention to. The other thing I want to say is the color choices between the logo, the logo name, the elephant, and the bike are like, why are you choosing red and then a very light blue and then a yellow? Why those? I don't know. It seems an odd mix. Like the font's fine, I guess. I'm not as much of a font whore as my wife. Fucking is like a font like Nazi about things. She's like, no, that font sucks. So, but the font's fine. I don't know. I find yes, I get their primary colors JHG, but like I don't think they mesh well.
Doug, you didn't just call your wife a whore, did you?
She's my whore, so it's fine.
Well, see.
And hey, we're both fine at being whores for each other, so it's good.
Okay.
Now the show is taking a turn. Let's go.
So I don't know if I ever want to design a logo with Doug. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Spoiler alert, Doug and I have designed a logo together. It was the Mortal Content one. Actually, well, not together. Doug did it mostly, but no, I'm just joking.
That was no. I did the Cult Bar one. GHD helped us with the Mortal Content, but
yeah. I liked it before y'all got to it. Jesus Christ, y'all ruined everything. Fuck.
You're welcome.
I listen. I like the Boulder Junction one. Y'all tore that one up. I like this one before y'all got to it. Y'all tore that one up. So, I like the Ravina one too. That was during Brewster, and y'all didn't rip that one up. So we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. All right.
I mean,
Doug.
it's cute. It's cute.
Yeah.
No, not you. Doug was the worst. Doug is always the worst. It's fine, Jerry. Listen. You know when you're like married to someone and like you're like, look, I fucking hate that they do that shit, but you know, we're married. You know, I can't just dump them for that. Like, you know what I'm saying, Jerry? So it's just, we'll move along. We'll move along.
There was no clip. That was awesome.
Right. Oh, wow.
The world of emojis is wild because I like to use them for anybody who texts me or anything. Y'all know I love to use emojis to help my tone. But the fucking problem is, Jerry, apparently these damn things mean more than or different things than I don't. So I set an emoji and people read it the wrong way. So I started this segment, Jerry, so that I can get better at my emoji throwing, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So we are going to start with this guy. And this is one of, if anybody texts me, this is one of my favorite ones. But Doug, I'm getting mixed signals on even that one. So, Jerry, what does this mean to you? Like if I sent this to you, or you say something to me and then I use this one, what does it mean to you?
That logo is almost like giving me like, oh, that's what you like. That's kind of interesting. It's almost like a gritting of teeth is what it's giving. I don't know what the individual, like if there's a single word, but it's almost like it's gritting his teeth. Like it's kind of like, it's not a smile because it's not a, it would depend on the context. On that one, it would be context on exactly what you're responding to. Like if I say, hey, how do you like this? And you send this back to me, I'll be like going, oh, okay. You're not quite a fan immediately. So let me try something different. So that's me. Tony, you have a different thought?
Yeah, this is the face I make when my kids are chasing each other through the house. I know one of them's about to bust their ass, and damn, dude, I don't even feel bad for y'all. Go outside and do it. So yeah, that's I get it. I make this face probably several times a day. It's pretty normal around here.
That is almost like a yikes.
Yeah.
For me.
Yikes. I see that.
Like somebody like, that's how I use it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It's cringe. It's the cringe emoji. It's Doug, you know I use this one a lot. Like to me, it's just the cringe emoji. It's like awkward. It can be weird. It's certainly not a smile, but some people say it's a smile, Doug.
No. It is a Chandler Bing smile from Friends, if you know that fucking shitty show. But
it's interesting.
Hey,
if it's a
cringe emoji, don't knock Friends over here.
Yeah,
I will knock that till the end of time. That in The Office, those two get zero likes from me.
Yeah, we need to.
So, Doug, is it yikes, oof, eek, or sorry?
I feel like all of those are. I feel like all of those are appropriate. Maybe, right? Like Tony, when you see your kids freaking barreling ass through the house and you make this face, what's the word you throw with that in your head?
Depends on if my wife's around or not. It's being real, like because when she's not around, I'll go off a little bit. Depends on if I'm in the living room with them trying to watch a game or something. I'm like, hey, after, and especially after you tell them to stop for like the umpteenth time, right? Go outside. Jerry's been to my house. There's plenty of room to run around outside. Go outside and run around. But no, they don't want to do that. They want to stay here and do it in the house. Cut the corners, in the kitchen, the countertops. Please put a hole in your head. I want you to. I want to go to hospital today. It's what I've been dreaming of. That's what I'm waiting for when I'm making that face. So it's mind blowing. It's daily. Maybe one day they'll grow out of it. I don't know, but yeah, that's the exact face that I make.
My research says that old people think this is a smile, and young people think that it's cringe.
Hey, I'm an old person, and that doesn't say smile to me at all. So.
I don't see the smile, but I don't know. So, all right, well, there's that. So this one, I think I was told earlier today that this one is pretty straightforward and easy, and I don't agree at all. Actually, I don't agree at all. It's the eye roll emoji, right? But the eye roll emoji is not straightforward, is it, Jerry?
No, I mean, again, context. But if you're giving eye roll, that almost seems like it could go to the cringe one as well, depending, like another type of cringe though, like going, oh God, really? You know, that's like, are you serious?
All right, so if my wife, I love this. If my wife asks me to do a chore and I respond with the eye roll emoji, am I sleeping on the couch, Doug?
Man, sorry. No, it probably, I would say, yeah. Like, if you do the eye roll emoji, or like in real life, you're just like, ugh. Like, you can't do that to your partner and expect to be in good graces after that. I don't. What it doesn't matter the gender.
If you're with someone, context.
If you were with somebody, they say something, you just go. They're not going to be pleased with you. It's not going to be a pleasant thing after that. I don't think.
Okay.
Like now, here's the thing: is if you're doing that, and if you're Tony and your kids are running around, you look at your wife and you go, eye roll. That's probably a shared emotion, so it's probably fine.
Okay. All right.
And depending on how many times that person's asked you to do that particular chore, and if it's been several times, and you give that emoji, like going, okay, oh, you. So I'm not getting listened to. Okay.
So I'm hearing best case scenario, best use is like back at a sarcastic joke. Best use is not towards your spouse in any way. Tony, is that how you deal with this one?
So I actually get this one quite often, believe it or not. And not because my wife and I are at odds. At home, and I may have told this to Jerry. At home, I like to joke. I try to use my material on my wife, and this is the expression that I get all the time. She has killed my stand-up comedy dreams multiple times. I'm 40 now, so this has been going on for well over a decade.
That's too bad.
I ask her all the time, baby, am I funny? No, and I get this. And I'm setting her up for some good stuff. Hey man, I'm setting her up for some good stuff, and she just doesn't care. Goes right over her head. I get this, and my dreams are shot. I maybe one day I'll do a little open mic. Who knows? I've been trying to get one of my local friends here, Big Cup of Joe. Shout out to him to do some open mic with me. But yeah, I get that all the time from the wifey. Just, hey, shut up, leave me alone.
Oh, shut up, leave me alone. That's
it's easy. It flows. Shut up, leave me alone.
All right. So, like, when you see it actually do the down, that's what you get out of that.
That's what I get out of that. Like,
okay.
Dude, right. Like, go. That's all I get. Go. Get out. Get out the room.
All right, Jerry. I'm not sure if we got your 2 cents on this, because wow, like, it's funny. Just like you think things are like really straightforward.
Sure.
And apparently there's more context to it than I thought. So your thoughts?
No, that's the same. I mean, basically it's just context on exactly when this is put on the deal. Like, it definitely gives. But see, every eye roll is not necessarily a.
God damn it,
man! I could see someone throwing an eye roll after that, like going, Okay. So like, boy, get in here. Oh no, it's it really just depends on the context. If someone's just like really like enough, like what's going on. But no, depending on what they're using it for and how they're texting afterwards. See, now the whole thing is like we've got different images.
Do y'all make this face while I work remote, so if my manager asks me something, like, dude.
Okay, so now see, that's different. Now I will say that when it comes to remote work, I'm really super duper careful about emoji use, just simply because if I don't know how they'll take it, I'm like, okay, let's keep it with simple thumbs up or hearts or something like that, because
or regular smiley emoji.
Regular smiley emoji, because you start getting into other ones that if you depending
the
on
winky emoji.
The relationship with that employee really will. I
have a couple of coworkers I'm safe to send that to whenever we get direction from our higher ups. We're going back to this process. Okay, here we go. Rolling this one back here. That's the life.
So this one is different than the face palm one, right?
Yes,
anonymous, I guess, but
I mean they're like sisters though, aren't they? The face palm one, the one like. No, okay.
I could see that though. I could see that more, Tony. What you were talking about as far as if your wife was frustrated with jokes, I could see her doing the face.
Yeah, I'm bringing her some good material, bro. She needs.
Okay,
I don't know if we're Doug. I don't know if we're ever going to do that one. That one's pretty straightforward, isn't it? I mean,
I don't think there's a lot of. Well, to be fair, that word that it comes with has a lot of connotation, but like in that context with the emoji, I don't think there's a lot of wishy-washiness with that one. So,
all right, one last question: if this emoji made a sound, what would it be?
Easy. Fuck.
My thought was like, ugh, but fuck works better.
That's true.
It's the best cuss word there is, guys.
It's so versatile. So versatile.
Oh yes. Oh,
it really is, and it doesn't even mean what it started to mean.
I know. First. It's the best cuss word there is. It really is.
It's really fucking great. And I know what Doug has is not fucking great, actually.
Oh, it's great. You can piss off with that. I'll give you an eye roll now.
That's right. You are a Mad Elf fan.
I am.
Yeah.
I will say this year was like when people say that Mad Elf is medicinal, this year is very heavy on the cherry, so I could see why they would not be as big a fan as last year was much less heavy on the cherry flavor. So hey, much like our music choices, this is all subjective, right?
Yes. So one of the reasons why I called the favorites our favorites from 2025, because if I say best of, then it's definitely fights. Like, okay, how dare you? How you didn't hear this record? Blah, blah, blah. So, besides, there's a whole lot of music coming out this year, and it's almost best to just stick with what personally resonated with you. And so you would always hope that anyone who sees it will be curious to maybe check it out. But other than that, that's all I can really hope for.
The only time it offends me when I have to put a number by it, like, oh damn, this is number 5, this is number 4. I'm like,
And Doug, did you have tasty notes on that goofy beer you're drinking?
It's Mad Elf. It's fucking delicious. It's just very heavy on cherry this year as opposed to previous years. So, cheers to you folks.
Like the way like the way you use that F word.
What's that?
I like the way you use that F word. That was good.
Yeah. Hey.
Might be the word of the night. We all yell like a Pee Wee Herman show.
Is it medicinal though, Doug?
To me, no. But like, I can understand why people would think that.
Oh, okay. So, it is.
To you, okay.
All right. What we're listening to, or what we were listening to, was apparently a whole bunch of great albums. Doug, you have some. Oh, yeah. I was gonna get to that, buddy.
Yeah.
We were listening to a whole bunch of albums this year. In fact, y'all were, and I just caught up late. Is really what happened. But
Same.
I still got quality though. But I don't know. Tony and Jerry always bring out these gems, and then every time I like check them, they're like, "Yo, this is my 6th album of the year, dog." Right? I'm like, "All right, I go play this." Right? And I'm all like. I'm like, damn, where's this shit been? They don't tell us until the end of the year, Doug. They don't give us any like. No, Jerry does. He does. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Tony keeps his shit tight though. I think
It's tight,
Yeah,
man.
he does.
Tight. Keep it tight, man.
Mhm.
I've been taking notes since March.
So, as I mentioned before, y'all, if you missed it, oh, not that guy. These guys. So if y'all missed it, if y'all missed my eye rolling, y'all, because I probably do. If I'm in close contact with y'all at some point, you're getting an eye roll. This is part of nature, Jerry. If I don't like you, I don't eye roll you. At some point, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, anyway, catch this episode if you missed it, to see what happened with 6 through 10. And during that episode, apparently Doug said something that he wants to correct for the record or something.
That is correct. I mentioned that I thought the best show I saw all year was Ghost. That was my second favorite concert that I went to. The best concert I went to was actually a band that did not release an album this year, but they toured the U.S. and haven't normally, or they do. It's like every other year. And it's Disclosure. They toured, and I was able to go to Queens in Flushing. Well, Queens and Flushing, or however that works. It was awesome. Jill went with me, and she's not as much into dance music as I am. It was just absolutely stunning, just great. There was a part where the song came on, and spontaneously the people started stomping on the thing. It wasn't the Disclosure not telling them to do that. People just started stomping, and within like a minute, everybody was doing it. And it was just like one of the cooler, like, when you're in a live environment and shit like that happens, and it just spontaneously, you're like, fuck, this is really cool. And it was really cool. And it was just awesome. There's a song that they do called Help Me Lose My Mind, which is a song that always reminds me of my wife. And they played it, and I got to sing it to my wife very poorly and cried, and it was great. And so yeah, that was my favorite concert experience here. So I misspoke when I said Ghost was my second favorite concert experience.
Should probably give you an eye roll off that comment, though.
What's that?
Should probably give you a good eye roll off that comment you made.
For sure. That's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say something goofy, but we'll just move along. So 6 to 10. Let's do a quick review. Jerry, this is your 6 to 10, right?
Yeah, 6 to 10. So yeah, Duran Bernard, Bloom, really enjoyed. This was all the records he did like before were sort of what we call pre-therapy records. This one's going to be a post-therapy. So really love what he did on Bloom. It was a much longer record for him, but I really enjoyed the growth. Fishbone. So Fishbone, their 2025 comeback. I guess don't call it a comeback. Well, I don't know. But I really enjoyed Stockholm Syndrome, and I didn't have ska on my bingo card this year that I would really be getting into. And so this album was really good, and some timely lyrics with songs like Secret Police and the song Racist Piece of Shit, which is, you talk about energy. And that's some good stuff. But yeah, Suckered by Sabotage, I think lyrically got to me from that album, just because Suckered by Sabotage was when you're not freeing yourself from your own problems. You're getting in your own way, and sometimes your mind will kind of hold you back from what you really can do. Solomon Fox is from North Carolina, now based in Los Angeles. Sweet Tooth is the album. There is a deluxe version that has like 3 other tracks called Sweet Teeth on some outlets, but I enjoy his sound. Smooth. It is an urban production that it works in some R&B, but also some sort of indie alternative as well. Michael Mayo, jazz guy out of LA. He is this record is also nominated for a Grammy this year, as well as Duran's Fly. This is the deluxe edition. He did come out with this album in 2024 rather, and in this last year he made a deluxe edition, which I just had to put on the deal because I think the songs from the deluxe edition kind of really brought the record up that much more. Same with Layla Hathaway. Layla Hathaway, if you listen to last year's show, Vanta Black was my top record for 2024. So it may seem a little bit unfair to put it again here in this year, but she released a set of remixes and original cuts, and this one's called Vanta Black Expansion Pack. And so I felt that it was a really good, it almost gave a new experience to the record. So I put it back in, but I put it as number 6 for this one.
All right, Jerry. So what is going on with your number 5 pick?
Number 5 is going to be a artist who is in London. He's in London, and originally from Nigeria. He's a producer, instrumentalist. His name is Stephen Bamidele. Stephen Bamidele, and the album is called The Crash. What I like about this record is it's sort of an indie pop rock production here. You can hear some lean-ins to like, I hate to compare artists on top of that because they can stand on their own, but there are some notes of things. You can probably hear a little Tame Impala and some of things like that, but it's not a complete copy or anything. In fact, there are some songs.
That's not it. Which one is it, Jerry?
Stephen Bamidele.
What does it look like?
Oh, okay. So you'll see the gentleman who is on the cover. He is falling back. He looks like he's like it's on like a purple or purple blue color cover, and he's sort of like leaning back. It's almost like he's not on a chair or anything like that. So,
keep talking, Jerry.
Okay.
Poor Greg.
Greg's like trying to find the cover.
Wait, it's not that one. He's leaning.
I could see what he's looking at. It's like I don't see what Jerry is saying. So
anyway, Jerry, keep going.
Okay. I can always share the.
Oh, here we go.
That's it. So Stephen Bamidele, and the album is called The Crash on True Thoughts Records. So again, out of the UK, some of the pop rock tracks could actually work very well as country songs as well. The song If It Matters, and then there's also another track that I just think would also work if someone wanted to do country with it as well. But I really enjoyed the album. It was a late find, but a pleasant late find. The production feels very indie, so it's not going to have like the sheen of like this big pop record, but that's kind of the charm of it. So that's number 5 for me, Stephen Bamidele.
Excellent. Tony, you are up.
6
and
through 10,
we will
maybe.
let's go through your 6 to 10 real quick here.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. Fun episode. It's really tough. It was actually harder for me to do the 10 through 6 than it was the top 5. Number 6 there being my boy Jay Wood out of up there in Canada, Winnipeg, Manitoba. I believe that's where Chris Jericho, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, comes from. Great album, Leo Negro. It jams. All Jay Wood stuff jams, literally. And I really harp on something that we talk about on Modern Brews Beats. These are non-skippable albums. You can't just skip. You got to play from start to finish. So, great album. That number 9 was a group that I just discovered this year. Come on, Rocco. Tough Times Never Last. Dope ass album, man. Really, really good. I enjoyed every single second of it. If I find it on vinyl, I will buy it. I really, really enjoy that. Number 8, I kept it kind of local. Zach Williams out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Yes, it is a Christian rock album, and I love it. I love all his stuff. No shame in my game. I'm a music lover, so yeah, Zach Williams. I've been a big fan for him for years. So cheers to him. That was my number 8. Number 7, Jared. We actually know number 7. People and Places. Alex, you did the damn thing again because he had an album that was on Jerry's top 10 last year. That was really, really good. Fantastic. Just if you like jazz, good jazz, good jazz. I gotta repeat that again. Just some good jazz music. Check out Alex Tremblay, People and Places. And down there in Jacksonville, the great Bless is an amazing album. I like all his stuff. I feel he's very, very young. He's still exploring his music taste. So you get a little bit of, not necessarily a little bit of everything, but you get little dabbles here and there of different genre avenues he's trying. But it all comes together very, very well. And number 6, Bless is a really, really dope album.
Excellent. And that leads us to your number 5.
Number 5. Oh man.
Lou Bega.
Artist.
Oh, sorry.
No, this is an artist that I discovered a couple years ago. You do know Barry Can't Swim, right? You see what I did, Jerry? You see what I did?
And I'm like, well, who's Barry and why can't he swim?
Why can't he swim?
That's what I'm talking about. Barry Can't Swim.
Sad.
One of my favorite producers out of Scotland, I believe. His album Loner that came out this year. Oh my gosh, from start to finish. I'm going to say that again and again and again and again. Came out in July of this year. Childhood is one of my favorite tracks. I still remember the first time I heard that track. I was on my way to take my kids to the zoo. My wife and I, the song came on and I was like, damn, they're sampling a Willie Hutch song in there. Willie Hutch is a famous soul singer from Memphis, Tennessee. And I knows that sample because 3 6 Mafia used to sample the hell out of Willie Hutch back in the day. So when I hear Barry Can't Swim doing this, I'm like, damn, I got to check out that song. Loved it. Although it's one of the last tracks on the album. You get the rest of the album. Say that again.
I'm sorry, Tony. What does the album look like? So I can put it up.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Jerry. Jerry knows. What is it, Jerry? I'm sorry, Tony.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's the cover with
yellow.
It's yellow on the background and the cover with a red. Someone standing in front of a doorway with sort of this red thing on them. So,
this weirdness.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. That's it. Freaking fantastic album.
And Barry doesn't want to be in the front ground either, so Barry also doesn't like being in the lead.
Yeah. Some of the songs on there, Krypton, All My Friends. Again, Childhood's number 10. It's only a 12-track album, little over 40 minutes long. You got to feel the whole vibe.
That cover looks like a homecoming Momo that just goes nuts. Like someone just went head to toe homecoming.
Yeah, I some of the videos that I've seen, I don't really understand the vibe, but hey, it's music. People got these weird ideas in their head for a vibe, and you know what? It fits. It really, really does.
Okay.
I love this album. Barry Can't Swim did a fantastic job. Again, I'm a fan of a lot of his work. The main song, again, is number 10 on the 12-track album, which goes to show you I'm putting in work in these other ones you need to check out up top. Krypton, All My Friends, Cars Pass By, dope track. So that's my number 5. You do know Barry Can't Swim, right? Yes, Barry Can't Swim. Check him out. Please do.
My dad's name is Barry, and that's throwing me off. So,
good.
And my dad does not like swimming. So
that's really threw you out. Wow.
Craig, we can't hear you. You're talking.
Yeah, does your dad swim, Doug? So
no. Tried not to.
All right. My recap real quick was a TikToker at number 9, Rick Express. He's funky, y'all. You can get him on Spotify, actually. Number 9 is not one of my favorite artists ever. It's The Weeknd, but he made my list because it's a banging album, y'all. It's a really good listen. As Tony says, it's one of those just put it in it, just press play and just do some laundry. Run the vacuum a little bit, do something,
Laundry music.
move your body. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. 21 Pilots is my rock entry for this year. It's just I think it's contemporary rock at its finest. It's a little bit indie, a little bit alternative, a little bit rapping. Just a lot of it fun though. 21 Pilots is fun. They're young. They bring a lot of energy to their shows. I saw them this year, and it's one of my offspring's favorite bands is 21 Pilots, and that's why I know of them. So 21 Pilots hits. Number 7 is Chez Noir. This was found on someone else's top 5 or top 10 list. Amani, shout out. And it's just a fun, nice, flowing rap album, basically. And then Clips was so much fun. Great beats. I know Jerry enjoyed it. I think Doug enjoyed it. It's just really, really, I don't know. I put it in. This is another one, like Tony says. You put it in and you just let go. You just let it go. And it's just nice flow. I didn't know Clips when they were in their heyday, so it was nice. It's nice to find them now and possibly go back. So with that being said, I'm on my 5th, and it's been crazy today. I don't even remember what my 5th is. Is that bad, y'all? Am I getting old here? Oh,
Getting.
Oh, I got
Getting.
my 5th. Shut up, though. Man, I got my 5th here somewhere, y'all. My 5th is
Many chimes in. Yes.
my 5th is not conventional at all, but great. Is this soundtrack? This movie was amazing. For anybody who saw it, but if you saw the movie, you understand why this is on here for me. Because it is just the music is infused in this movie. If you take out the music of the movie would suck. Actually, the music made this movie for me. In my opinion, again, there were standout performances and all that. But I'm not here to talk about the movie. If you want to hear us talk about the movie, go back to last week. We talked pretty extensively about this movie, but I'm not here to talk about the movie. But I can't talk about the music if I don't talk about the movie, because the music was so integral to this whole production, and it was just great. It's just a mood, this album. And I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I believe someone else has things to say about it. But I don't know. There was a whole bunch of, I don't know if y'all remember, but when this was started, there was a whole bunch of talk about Kendrick Lamar. They wanted Kendrick Lamar to be a part of this. He ended up not being a part of it, and it came out Ludwig Göransson. Did I say that right, Jerry? I think because you're shaking your head, so I think I might have. Ended up being the collaborator with the director Ryan Coogler, producer. It's Sinners, man. You can see the movie. If you see the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't see the movie, just go play this. Just go play it, and it's great. It's just a mood. And again, I'm gonna cut my thing a little short because I know someone else has it on their list, so they'll be able to discuss that when that comes up. So that is my number 5. Doug is up.
Yeah.
Doug, you're 6 to 10, buddy. I'm bringing it up here, I think,
All
right
right.
now.
Yeah.
And you can get a review of what you had.
So Duran Jones and the Indications. What's funny is you had Duran Bernard. So we have 2 guys named Duran doing albums in their top 10s here. Duran Jones and the Indications, very soulful, very mellow, and like driving. Like if you're driving and just put that on and just enjoy the shit out of it. It's really mellow and enjoyable. Blonde Shell, I have talked about them for a few years in a row. I saw them live. Just really good. A very Lilith Fair rocker chick vibe. But like,
and they made your top 10 last year, right?
They did. No, the year was it? Yeah, it was last year. But they did like an EP this year. This is a double album, Another Picture. So that gives you 120 minutes of music from them. And basically, just it's a woman who kind of explores relationships and where she fucks up and where her partners fuck up. It's great. Ghost Skeleton, that was again, it's just a rock album that's fun. 90s vibes, just great. Live show is phenomenal. Madison McFerrin, Scorpio, superb R&B album, just really well done. She financed it to herself. Bobby McFerrin's daughter, just give that shit a listen. That is a no skips album. You just listen to all of it. It's great. And number 6 was De La Soul, Cabin in the Woods. I'm not going to spend too much time because I'm sure other folks have this on their list. I didn't see anybody else's list. I love the first half of this album. The second half was not as good for me, but just some great production and great sound quality of that. So yeah, that was my 6 through 10.
All right, Doug. So then what's going on with Jerry is away. He'll be right back. But what's going on with your number 5?
Number 5 for me was a TikTok find, and it was somebody named Tash Sultana. This person is a super interesting person who I found on TikTok, and I started listening to her stuff. And she basically plays all of her instruments on the album. And she's fairly young, and is
that her?
No, that's a different one. Keep going, Greg.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
that's not.
No.
Is it?
No, it's just you'll know it when you see it. That one. So this is the album. This is an EP, so it is 31 minutes. So the good thing is, I'm going to try to find things that Jerry Richard hasn't heard of. If I can find things that Jerry had, then I can turn him on to things. I'm super happy, and that's not my only goal. This is an awesome EP. She does play basically almost all of her own instruments, if not all of them. She has her voice is so fucking sultry and bluesy. It's almost like Tove Lo with more range. Some of these songs I like, there's Kiss the Sky, Hazard to Myself. There's something called Unleash the Rage, which is a slower song about being in an abusive relationship that it's like just a great fucking album. So if you haven't listened to it, yeah. Man, I got somebody in mind. He's like, yeah, baby. Yeah. And he saw Tosh live. I'm very jealous. I would love to see her live. She's marvelous. Jerry, have you heard of Tosh?
I have not, and this is one of the reasons why I love this show, because there are other things that just escape me. I'm like, oh, okay, let me take a listen to this.
Yeah, that's it. I know Imani likes her because I feel like she's like sort of like how Prince would play all the instruments on his album. She does the same thing.
Oh, nice.
So not on Prince's level, because that's a fucking god level fucking instrument guy, but
But it's an analogy.
Yeah.
All right, Doug. So that's your number
5,
right? Cool. All right. It's time for Jerry. Does anybody have a beer that they would like to introduce before we get to Jerry's number 4?
Maybe Jerry.
Again, it's not in still not in the glass, but this is 817. It's a dark lager from False Idol. So 817 being the area code of Tarrant County here in part of the FW of DFW. So let me get into what number 4 is. So number 4 for me is actually a album that was this person actually is part of a group. So this was a solo project that they did, and it's a very emotional project, right? So when I first heard it, I was in the airport and about to get on the plane, and she says, this album is really about you and me. That's why I call it For You. And at first I was like, oh, that's interesting. But when she starts singing her songs, Make Me Whole and some different things, I'm going, okay, this is a very vulnerable is the word, pop effort. And for people who are familiar with Yukimi Nagano with her work with Little Dragon, they're used to some of the sonic templates that they'll use. And I'm very sure that there's some individuals that are with the band who are helping her on this solo record. But when this came out in March, I found it one that I was always kind of going back to, almost kind of like a devotional type situation with this record, just because it was dealing with just this level of vulnerability and dealing with the finding yourself. And one thing that's interesting that came out that I wouldn't really learn about until later on this year when another group dropped an album. She has a cut on here that is actually called, let's see if I can get that there. It's Jackson. And so Jackson is her child, and the father of the child passed recently. And so the song is for Jackson, and then there's a lyric chorus talking about an angel watching over you. And to hear Paz from De La Soul do a verse on that song, not knowing anything about the De La Soul record that will come out later on this year, is really like going, oh wow, that makes it even more emotional on that particular song. And even in the album ends with a song called It's Good to Cry, which her father speaks about at the very end. So it's a good record. I really enjoy it. So number 4 is going to be For You by Yukimi Nagano.
Super dope, man. I did check out that album, and I was a big fan of it because we love Little Dragon on Modern Brews Beats. So that's I need to definitely revisit that one again. It's been a while, and I actually forgot until you brought it back up to me right now. Like, damn, I got to go back and listen to that. And she's collabed with De La Soul before on previous albums too. So that's super dope. So that's going to be on my revisit list later on.
Excellent. And your number 4 is probably going to be on your revisit list.
My number 4?
Yeah.
Well, my number 4, how can I even describe this guy? Well, let's just
Jerry, can you describe the album, Jerry?
I can in just one moment.
Well, I will say this is an artist that I was introduced to probably last year sometime. As you saw, my number 5, I was over in Scotland. Number 4, I'm actually going back to Dallas. This artist is from DFW. He's 22 years old. His real name is Nico Bennett, and he goes by the name Four Bats. Now you're probably like, who? What? Who the hell's Four Bats? Well, he got popular in 2023 with a song called Act 2 Dated 8. And that track is literally like maybe a minute or so long, but it's a vibe. And Drake heard it and did a remix to it, and it got viral, very popular. Well, he dropped an album. He dropped an album this year, and the album's called Still Shining. And I liked, so how I discovered this album, shout out to one of our, maybe I mentioned him in our 240 episode, the artist Leon Thomas came out with an EP this year called Folks, and on the very last track, there's a feature with Four Bats in it, and I said, "Damn, let me go check out Four Bats, see what he's been up to." And I saw that he dropped this album back in September called Still Shining. Why is this album number 4 on my list for 2025? That is the question. And again, newer artist, didn't know nothing about him. He sold me, Jerry. Doug, he sold me on this album. Why? He knows how to do this R&B thing, man. He figures something out. Whoever's whispering in his ear, I have to give them a pat on the back. Yes, he knows how to do that new R&B where they're kind of just rhyming and skipping, not really singing, kind of harmonizing. But he has some tracks on here where he's actually going back to like the 90s style R&B. And I was highly, highly, highly impressed with it. Again, from start to finish, because there isn't really a single on here that just, I'm going to go back to this jam. I'm going to go back to this jam every time. It is a vibe, literally from beginning to end. Only 30, 40 minutes long. It's not that long at all. 15 tracks. Not too many. I don't think there's a skit on here, Jerry, so we don't have to worry about that. But what
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness for you. You know, I like the skits, but thank goodness for you.
Man,
but what makes this thing beautiful, and I promise you, it added to the album in the lore of this album. One of my favorite chopped and screwed DJs narrated the whole album, and that's the great OG Ron C out of Houston. He narrated the album as if it was a mixtape, like back in the day. All the after the Kappa mixtape albums, so and so that he was under with Wrecking Yard, under Swisher House. He narrated from beginning to end. This is an amazing album. The album is so good. I actually went to his Instagram page, that's Four Bats, and wrote him. I was like, dude, that was effing good. There goes the F word again. That was fucking good. That really, really was. Why was it number 4? Because this number 4 and number 5 were neck and neck. And I gave the advantage because Four Bats, gave me the wow factor. I was highly impressed with this R&B album from this 22-year-old. He's still young, and I'm interested to see where he goes from here. That was a vibe. Again, from OG Ron C narrating the album as if it's a old Houston mixtape, and he's from Dallas. I get it, man. He took it back to the old school 90s on some songs. He had the contemporary R&B pop kind of mesh up on some other tracks, but this was a really, really good album. I had to give him his props. Four Bats, outstanding job with Still Shining. That was my number 4.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's time for my number 4. And my number 4 is, let's see here. I actually know what my number 4 is, y'all. Right.
That's good.
I know.
It's your number 4.
My number 4 has shown up on someone else's list, though. So this is a repeat. And it deserves to be because, well, it's amazing. It's on my list, right, y'all? But it's also Grammy nominated. It's also someone that I learned from my two of my favorite people in music up top there. It's this guy. It's Bloom from Duran Bernard, and it is fantastic. You know, I love Overqualified is the one that I played in a speakeasy earlier today. That with T-Pain, I like that one, JW. I also like Impact, and
yes.
I like Impact is good. I like the funk angle on this one.
Yes.
I feel not that, again, I don't know if it's better or not, but I feel maturity here, if that makes sense. Progression. I don't know. This guy is evolving in front of our eyes. He's great. I'm just jealous that Jerry's seen him in concert, a few times now, Jerry?
Well, so I saw him for the very first time this year. It was and he comes with what I call an econo band set. He'll actually do at least when I saw him, it was him, a drummer, and some other tracks. Then he'll do a little DJ set, and then he'll go back to the rest of his set. It was really good, and the man can just sing down, and
he can sing. No one's doubting that. But this guy is like a presence. I can just imagine he's this. Some people can just sing and they're not that they're not a presence, but like they get up in their belt and they're good and all that. Sure. But this guy brings. This is something else that he brings. It's just so check it out, y'all. Jerry talked about it pretty hard. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't mean that hard. Jerry talked about it pretty hard.
Damn. Wow.
In the first installment of this.
Yeah.
And I'm not, so I'll keep my reserve so we can get to, but he's great, y'all. Check him out. The album is Blue. Duran. I always get his name wrong. Bernard.
Mm-hmm.
And Doug, that brings us to your number 4.
All right. Number 4 was my highest ranked rap album. Which is, listen,
Doug, you can put it up if you don't mind.
Yeah, so this, well, let me find what it is. I think it's this one. How do I bring that up?
Oh, I think it is this one. I got it. Yeah, I'll do it, Doug. You got
it. That's fine. Anyway, so this is number 4 for me was Kwame's new album, which we heard in the over in the Discord, where he talked about where Greg played one of his songs. Fucking Kwame's album is it is 14 songs. It's 27 minutes. It is just a goddamn banger of an album. There's every song in that's great. I absolutely love this album. There's a playfulness and like a not childish, not in a bad way, but just like a high school feel to the way he raps, and just like he just plays that up, and he just this is me. And there's some really great songs on it. Like there's something called Stroke Different, which is one of the earlier songs of the album, but that feels like super funky. And then we heard Hello Anybody, which that's very old school rap vibe. Not old school Kwame, but very much old school rap vibes. And then there's the Miss Mary Mac that's young Kwame to me, in like just an encapsulation. I listened to this album 3 or 4 times. Like that's how much I enjoyed the shit out of that album. It's fun. It's not overly serious, but it's Kwame. Kwame has never been an overly serious guy, like how he raps. But like the idea that he came out and he did a whole thing on TikTok where like there was that trend where we're like, hey, my so-and-so, my significant other, my partner or whatever, did this thing and you better like it. And it was his mom being like, you better like it. And he comes out and he starts talking about it. I just thought that was adorable. And man, it's such a good album. It's really, really, really excellently done. The Different Kids by Kwame, that's my number 4. That thing is fantastic. So just a super good album. And listen, I told Jerry, I said, listen, this might be on my top 10. That was my favorite rap album my whole year.
I enjoyed that album, and I love the cover with the nod to all of the from the polka dot Kwame to all the different things. You just a different Kwame through all of his albums and stuff like that. Really love that.
Yeah, that was a really great album cover. So yeah.
Yeah, I miss this guy, and I don't know, Doug. It was a bop when we played it earlier. I was like, "Wait, what's?"
Yeah, man, that you played. What was it? You played you played Hello Anybody, and that was a very, very old school like fucking like rap vibe. Just a great vibe. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good vibes, and I'm pretty sure that Tony has good vibes with his number 3.
Take myself off. Yeah, number 3. Gosh, y'all give me. I'm writing down a list over here. Albums I need to check out because I'm in my own little lane over here. But number 3, fellas, number 3 is an artist that I've been jamming for a long time, Jerry. I talk about this artist
You have been
a
talking
lot,
about it on the show. Yeah.
a lot on Modern Brews Beats. And back in September, I'm sorry, back in May, that was May, he dropped a new album called Golden Wolf, and that is the artist Dope Lemon. Dope Lemon, original name August Stone. I love pretty much every single album Dope Lemon has dropped. There is a total of 5, but there was one that I did not like, and that was the album Rose Pink Cadillac, that came out in 2021. Now, let me take you on a quick musical journey, fellas. When Dope first came out, you know, I when I first discovered him, his first album was Honey Bones, which came out back in like 2016, and every single song on that album it just flows. I like, so what he sings about, he's really into drugs. Like, he's singing about his drug use, his late nights, just this darker mindset, followed up by his 2017 album, Smooth Big Cat, which is one of my all-time favorite albums. I buy it on vinyl if I whenever I find it. I love Smooth Big Cat, every single freaking track on there. But then in 2021 he dropped Rose Pink Cadillac, and I didn't like it. It was going more of a popish commercial vibe. Didn't care for it. I even talked about it on Modern Brews Beats. I'm just not feeling this one here. But then he took a little small break, excuse me, and then he dropped in 2023 Kimosabi, and it was a freaking fantastic album, followed up by the recent one here in May of 2025, Golden Wolf. Now, listening to Golden Wolf, I'm like, Dope, you're going a little popish, but you're also a little dark still. You're still seeing about your drugs, your dark mindset, but there's also these popish songs. And guys, tell me why it took me 5 albums of Dope Lemon to understand Rose Pink Cadillac. I get it now. He was before I got there. Rose Pink Cadillac is a good album, but it took me to listen to Golden Wolf, and before that Kimosabi, to get where he was trying to go musically. I love when music does that to me. It gives me the feels. It makes me all happy and warm inside. Dope, I get it. I love it. You can sing. Your melodies are very methodical in your mind. You be sitting on the back porch and like, this dude is on some heavy shit. I love Dope Lemon. Golden Wolf is a great freaking album. I mean, Sugar Cat, Electric Green Lambo, Golden Wolf was just naming some of the tracks on here. Only 10 tracks, 45 minutes long, but he gets straight to the point. Now he's on the verge. He's doing like this kind of popish kind of thing with his heavy dark lyrics, and I get it. I love it. Dope Lemon, you did the damn thing. That was my number 3. That was a freaking fantastic album. That's Golden Wolf. That's it. I went to Australia on that one, guys. So you see, I'm back all over the map.
You are, dude. You don't have map limitations when you listen to stuff.
I sure don't. And I love me some good old Dope Lemon.
Dope Lemon. Wow. Oh, did I skip Jerry's third? I skipped my order. Jerry, it's time for your third, isn't it? Or did I?
Oh, so number 3 for me. So this is an EP as well, and I just felt because they did all 4 of these songs, I'm familiar with the main artist on here because she is with the group Moonchild, and she has her own productions, her own solo productions, and she's working with another producer, Phil Boudreau, and they're both out of LA. And I really enjoy their stuff. And so this EP, just 4 tracks, Dreaming. Just a nice slice of pop music, and the title track is really it just fits. It works really well. If people are familiar with Moonchild, they're familiar with Amber Navran. You sort of have this sort of whispery vocal, and it just works really well on the record. And so yeah, I would definitely recommend. My cat's coming in. I would definitely recommend taking a listen to that album if you've not heard it. And of course, Moonchild has a brand new album coming out next year, but that'll be next year. And I have a feeling with some of the songs I've heard already, I have a feeling that's going to be on next year's list.
Oh, so that is Dreaming.
Dreaming by the artists Amber Navran and Phil Boudreau. And Phil Boudreau, I was introduced to through some of the other productions he did with artists like Lyric Jones. He also did some production on Layla Hathaway's Vantablack. And so the chance to hear some of his, and he's done some solo albums as well. And Dreaming, the dream thing is a real theme for both of them. So they have a lot of songs specifically dealing with dreams or finding things out in dreams or something like that. So it's good album.
All right. Anybody having a third beer or anything, Doug?
No. I had my third beer, which is Mad Elf, which you mocked. So
Okay. Well, since Doug's, we're going to change the vibe here. We're going to change the vibe here to Something Beautiful, y'all, by Miley Cyrus, which is my third album of the year. I have some, I'm not going to say weird. I have some interesting choices for my year. I would have never thought 3 years ago that I would have Miley Cyrus on my top 5 albums. But Miley Cyrus has matured as a singer too. And this is really one for that. This is really not like, it wasn't a big successful hit. She didn't have like a song like Flowers, which is one of my favorite pop songs ever, probably. And that was the album. That was the album before this. This is it was a visual album, so I think you might have heard that the movie wasn't great and all that. It was kind of like low budget and all that, but her singing comes through here, y'all. And she's just, I called her an underrated pop star. It's hard to say that Miley Cyrus is underrated at anything, but I just don't feel that I don't think she gets enough flowers. There we go. For her maturity and how she has come from that, Hannah Montana, whole Disney thing. And we've seen a bunch of these Disney, especially young ladies, bloom out of that. And we've seen Tony's goofy Drake bloom out of, the young acting thingy and all that, and you become very successful as a pop star. But anyway, I don't know why I had to take a side thing at Drake, but I did. Anyway, back to Miley. She's excellent. The album is excellent. It's my favorite pop album of the year, and I listened to them all. Sorry, Imani. I listened to Lady Gaga, Biebs. Who else? Oh, my favorite, Sabrina Carpenter. Doug, I didn't have Sabrina Carpenter in my top 10 this year. Her album was all right. It wasn't this. This is, if y'all like pop, check it out. The songs that I loved were, let's see here. Where are my notes? I loved, the song with Brittany Howard, Walk of Fame. It's weird, but it's groovy. When you put those two together, that's just, there's going to be powerful vocals out of that. There's some disco here. There is ballads. There's just everything. She covers everything. Miley Cyrus, Something Beautiful. And I'm serious, y'all. Check it out. It's not like the Miley Cyrus you think it is, by any stretch. Jerry, you had a comment on Miley Cyrus or no?
I actually had a comment. I listened to the album. I thought it was really good. Miley does give a big voice in that album, which I wasn't expecting. And I'm a fan of Miley. I wasn't in love with the album, but I see where she's trying to go, and I believe she is on the correct path. I'm not comparing. I don't even know if I want to say it, but I'm not comparing. She's trying to give these big, I don't know if she's trying to like a Whitney Houston impression. Like she's trying to get this big voice out in this album right here. It was good. I wasn't ready for it yet because to me, Miley still, I still see pop star. I don't see
Party in the USA.
Yeah, or even Flowers, Greg's all-time favorite song. I wasn't ready for this mature Miley, but hey, you got to eventually turn it and go that way. Why not do it now? And who's to say the next album or the album after that it won't be a classic? So I applaud her for doing that. Your comment about Drake. Hey,
listen,
Houston music.
Where's the mute
reached
button
him
here?
in Canada.
I've never had to use it, Doug.
To the music that I grew up
You
listening.
used it on me. That's bullshit, Greg.
But he has done right with the Houston sound when he uses it. So I have to give him his props there.
It's Doug. You'll understand. It's hard. It's harder to mute a black man. It's easier to mute a white man. So.
See, that's a whole other thing. What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, I'm not disagreeing. I'm totally with Greg on that one.
Even when I don't want to hear it, I gotta let it go. I can't.
We'll see what Drake will do because 2025 or 2024 just about took the wind out of him, and so I hadn't been a whole lot. So we'll see what happens.
No, yep, and we'll also see what happens with Doug's number 3 pick.
My number 3 pick is an interesting. This is one came to me oddly enough through my niece, who posted this whole thing where she did a Instagram post and posted. That's not the right one, Greg. Sorry, I could see it down below. It's bugging me.
Okay, well, I don't even see. Did I even include it?
Keep going.
I was a mess today.
That's all right, man. If you don't have it, it's okay. Go back one. There it is. So this is this artist called Sophia Isella. Sophia Isella is like this slam poet who does stuff to music. And she dresses like she's almost homeless on purpose to being like this album cover is not how she performs. She performs in like where she looks dirty and like she doesn't want her form to be seen because she's like fuck men and all that. Like it's not in a bad way, like fuck men. It's like more like it's basically the best feminist feeling and rage kind of encompassed. And then she sings, but she also kind of whispers through the album. It's only 23 minutes long. The album, it is, it's like feminist rage encapsulated, but not like Alanis Morissette. Like feminist rage is like, I'm going to really eviscerate you in the best way. And just like, yeah, Mandy, you may think that she sounds pleasant. I'm going to tell you, if you like, I talked to my daughter about this. She's like, yeah, she's great because she's just like, fuck this patriarchy shit and just like the best way. And so she performs just when she performs live, it's just, she does not look, what the fuck, JC?
Emoji, come on now.
Hey, we got the patriarchy flowing out of this show right now. This is awesome. No, it's a great look into how feminist rage can manifest itself in the song. So yeah, it is a thing you listen to and then you go, okay, well, maybe I'm not going to listen to that all the time, but there's a certain mood where you go, okay, I need to hear that. As someone who is a white male with all the privilege in the world, I need to hear what she's talking about because she's giving me insight into what she deals with. So is this like, so most of my albums that I talk about are things I will listen to repeatedly. That is a mood. That is very much a mood album.
Gotcha.
So like I'm in the mood to hear that sort of stuff. Kudos to her because she doesn't give two fucks. She's like, I'm doing what I want to do, and that's how it is. And if you don't like it, fuck off. And like you have to give artists like that being like, I'm going to eschew the idea of popularity and money, and I'm going to fucking perform what I want to fucking perform. And like, good on her.
It's the best cuss word ever, guys. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that Sophia Isella. It's the EP is called I'm Camera. It's there's a song in there that is called Dog's Dinner, which is easily the most unique and lyrically impressive song I've heard all year. It will fuck you up just listening to it. Like, and just like, okay, now I need to really pay attention. Like, so yeah. It like Jerry, you mentioned earlier, just the idea of curiosity. This is the curiosity as a heterosexual male that you should be hearing and listening to and understanding. Maybe she does dress in a Kimmel's bag. It doesn't matter. It's not what she dresses in. It's her lyrics. So yeah. And listen, as someone who hears most music through rhythm because I'm partially deaf, I listened to that on Spotify, just like watched all the lyrics.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't hear most of what she was saying because some of it is whispered.
And it's all spoken word, right? It's all spoken word?
It's almost all spoken word. There's some singing. She has a good voice when she sings, but like the spoken word bits are like, Jesus Christ. Like, why? Like, I don't get this because I'm like this old white guy. And I'm like, yeah, it's good. It's excellent. So yeah, that's my number 3.
And Jerry's number 3 is probably not an old white guy. Or Jerry's number 2, I'm sorry.
Well, no.
Well, no.
Oh my God. They're out of Detroit. And they're out of Detroit. And what's let's just say this producer is probably one of my favorite producers for hip hop, and I enjoy his beat tapes as well as his own albums and albums he's doing with other artists. The person he performed with on this album, I was not familiar with before hearing this record, right? So, and I'll just say on the thing, the cover, Greg, is actually there's like a hand that's coming out of some stars. And so this is Black Milk and Fat Ray, Food from the Gods. And I listened to this album a lot this year. And again, I love the samples that Black Milk used on this record. I mean, it's like a really old, like he took some old rock samples is what it feels like for this. And I really enjoyed this album. Played it a lot, and if you get it on Bandcamp, because I'm a heavy Bandcamp person, I here's the thing. If I can give the person the $10, $12, $20, whatever they're asking for the record, where they don't have to get pennies from Spotify or YouTube, I'll do it anytime. And so get it from Bandcamp, you not only hear the full album, but you also get the instrumental cuts right after it. So it's like a whole big experience. So, yeah. From the Gods, my favorite. And so that's number 2 for me.
Ooh, number two. You ready for
It's my turn.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, we're ready for Tony's number 2, I believe, right?
Jerry, sorry.
It's all good. Yeah. So man, so my top 2, it was really, really tough. But I'll tell you why it was number 2, because this could have easily been number 1. This group was actually number 3 on my list last year. This album here
Mm-hmm.
was a surprise album. There was no announcement, no nothing. It just came out. And I was shocked. It came out a little bit before Thanksgiving this year. And I love this group so much. I actually have the original album here. Crumbin reimagined and reworked their very first album, The Universe Is Upon You. And they put 2 at the end. This is number 1. That's number 2. And what they did, they kept every song title the same. They just put the number 2 at the end. They kept lyrics. They pretty much kept songs, but they switched it up. They may have put a sample or something on it. What they did was amazing. It really, really was. Again, this was 10 years to the day of this original album, part 1 coming out. Part 2 comes out. Again, same tracks, same 10 tracks, a little bit longer. It was fucking fantastic. Let me use the F word now. They rearranged the track listings. What they did to some of these songs, they turned their song White Glove into a country line dance that I'm not even into country line dancing, but I freaking love it. What they did to the song Balls and Pins, they sampled Paid in Full by Eric B. and Rakim on there. Blew my mind. And they're coming at you with these beautiful lyrics. I mean, they started off with Little Joe and Mary. They go into Balls and Pins. I mean, good Lord. White Gloves right after that. People Everywhere. They add a huge intro to the beginning of People Everywhere. Crumbin. It damn near made me shed a tear. When you dropped this, you surprised me. You could have been number 1, but my number 1 actually, I've been jamming probably since the spring. I love this group. Everything they touch, I admire them. I would love to see them in concert. It's a goal of mine. This album here, they did the damn thing. I hope it gets nominated for something next year at the Grammys, but we know the Grammys are screwy. They don't nominate real stuff.
Yep.
They may nominate.
They may. Last year they were up for Best New Artist for their album Salah Salah. And I'm like, new artists? They've been around like,
you know how that goes. You know, they'll give a nomination for a new artist that has been around for a minute, but they just, you know,
they finally got around to it or something. Yeah. I know. I get it. I'm totally jealous you saw them. Man, part 2 of The Universe Smiles Upon You, they did it. And it was amazing. This was a beautiful album that could have been number 1 if it would have came out a little bit before or earlier in the year, what I would have had time. But my number 1, I had listed number 1 from the first time I fully heard the album. That's a lie. Probably the second time I heard the album. The first time I heard that my number 1, I was like, damn, this is good. But hey, Crumbin, you did it. This was beautiful. I'm going to buy this on vinyl so I can pair it with the original.
Nice.
I'm at all. What Laura Lee does with her bass and vocals, guys. I'm just what? H-Town. Now we're going back to Texas, Doug. I mean, now we're back in H-Town to represent Houston.
Absolutely.
With that sound, like you're tapping into something that I don't know. It's deep. This is deep, and they're creeping on some legendary status here, in my opinion, because everything they're doing is touching. Even the stuff that they did with Leon Bridges, it was freaking good.
It's good. It's good.
Come out with their album last year, also lost it with a little Spanish flair to it. Outstanding.
The key that makes it work for them, though, is that they are based in Texas, yes, but they're very much ears to the world.
Oh, they're global.
It's global. A global sound in their group, and that's what
absolutely
Crumbin speaks to so many people because it's definitely ears to the world.
Absolutely, but not to come out with a whole new album, they reimagined their very first album
without taking the other album down. Other artists should learn.
Exactly. They added to it, and it's beautiful. I know Brittany Howard did a reimagine of Jamie, and I love that just as much as I love the Jamie album.
Absolutely.
But good Lord, Crumbin, dude, don't surprise me like that. That was, I don't know. I'm still at a loss for words because I still go back and listen to it, and I'm telling you, that sample. Who would have thought to put the sample from Paid in Full into a song that was number 9 on the original, and you make it number 2? And when it comes on, guys, you're gonna perk up. You're like, damn, you're putting it with that,
Yeah,
and it works. Crumbin, outstanding job. You are my number 2. I hope next year you can be my number 1. Fantastic.
Yeah, I remember this one, hearing this one after hearing you talk about it last year. So I'm on this. I'll be on this by the week, maybe even by the night.
Please do. It's
any other comments? Any other comments on this one before we
get you a good drink? Put your best headphones on and enjoy every single sound.
Yeah, and my second one is up, I think. Yeah, I'm up for number 2, and I enjoyed every single sound of this album, and it was mentioned before, and it will be mentioned again. This is De La Soul's 9th studio album. I guess it's their last. I don't know. Have they said that? This album features unreleased vocals from Dave, founding member who passed 2023. So it's a posthumous reunion, also a tribute, or both. This album I listened to early in the morning with the headphones on, and I just couldn't stop moving the whole time. It was all about the beats. I really didn't hear the lyrics the first time through, actually. I just heard sounds, wonderful beats, just really wonderful beats. There's some talking in this one. Was there some which Jerry don't like, Tony? What is dialogue, or no, what is
he hates skits. Yeah. He doesn't need them. He doesn't want them. Wants nothing to do with them.
I mean, no. Here's the thing: if you're a part of the song, if there's a skit that's a part of the song, just don't have a separate track of skits. Because in the '90s there were like whole albums of like 25 tracks, and like really 10 of those tracks were skits, and I'm like going, what?
Like the first one on this album?
But that's not, I don't think it's its own skit. Like if you had a CD, I don't know if it's its own track or skit. I'm not certain. I'm on that, I don't know. But so if it's a part of it's like with you remember when Lauryn Hill dropped Miseducation? The skits parts were a part of the song. They weren't their own separate track, and it just didn't make any sense to me. Like who's going to be programming all the skits in the record? Anyway, I'm sorry. Please talk.
Jerry hated when he listens to Project Pat and he has to listen to the track where Project Pat robs the store. He's like, I didn't need you to rob the store, Project. Yeah, you did. We have to get to the Getty Green song for robbing the store, Jerry. Just go with the flow. But he doesn't want it. It's cool. He won't change, guys.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, on that note, so Cabin in the Sky, it has some key samples from Nas, Slick Rick's on here. Pete Rock produces the lead single of the package, and it's like a choir kind of thing going on there with all of the 3 members of the band. I even like the Killer Mike song, and Killer Mike is not my favorite for a couple reasons. But that was, a song about their mothers. So it's hard to hate on that, But no, I wasn't even trying to hate on it because it was a good vibe. It worked through this whole album. The vibe of the album is great. This is another one referencing Tony's reference to put it in and just let it go. And don't be picking songs out of it. I mean, pick some songs later, but like just listen to this whole thing. Just road trip vibes on this one. Put it in and just drive. Cabin in the Sky. I keep wanting to say Cabin in the Wind. Cabin in the Sky from De La Soul. And it was a bumper, y'all. Check it out. It's wonderful and great. And I'm sure Doug's number 2 is wonderful and great.
It sure is. It is something you mentioned earlier, Greg. It is the Sinners soundtrack. So it is. That is a fucking banger from start to finish. There's one track that I don't think belongs on that album, and it is it's from Haley Steinfeld. Her track on that just doesn't belong on that album. But what's interesting about that, so the Miles Keaton stuff, I mentioned this earlier in comments, was like he learned to play the blues guitar and how to sing blues music in like 5 months to be on this movie. And he's 20 years old. He's a young guy, and he's just like just fucking knocked that shit out of the park. Anything he did was great. Like, I lied to you, Greg. You did the whole thing earlier with in our Discord where you showed the clip of that. There was a thing called Travelin', which is a Buddy Guy song that he did and sounded great in. There is one song in there called Pale Pale Moon, which is done by Jamie Lawson. And there's also a version of that on the album by Brittany Howard. And the Jamie Lawson version is superior to Brittany Howard. How the fuck do you get better than Brittany Howard? Brittany Howard's amazing. That whole goddamn soundtrack, it's an hour and 11 minutes long. I could listen to that all the time.
Over. Actually.
Yeah, for me, there's only one that would be a skip, and it's the Haley Steinfeld song. And it's not that it's bad; it just it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with the rest of the album at all. You know what I mean? It's like you listen to it, and that's like this upbeat, dancey song, and like that doesn't fit in any of what they're doing. She is marvelous in this movie, marvelous. But like as a singer and that particular song, no, thank you. But the rest of that soundtrack is. Listen, soundtracks are touchy to begin with because it's like here's a million different people doing a million different songs for this thing. That soundtrack. The one other thing, there was one called Old Corn Liquor by Rhiannon Giddens, and I just want to shout her out because she is a fucking amazing artist. And not a lot of people know who she is. She did a whole song with goddamn. Who's the guy in Only Murders in the Building? Not Martin Short, the other guy.
Gotcha.
Why can't I remember his name?
I cannot remember his name either. I'm sitting here like going,
but he plays a banjo and he's fucking great. I mean, he did a whole song with Rhiannon Giddens. It was fantastic. So that is my number 2, the Sinner soundtrack. Again, most of the albums that I will talk about are things I would. Steve Martin, yes.
There you go. Cool.
Steve Martin's a fucking really great banjo player, which is interesting. Most of the albums that I will talk about in my top 10 are things I will re-listen to. The only one that I'll say that is one that is a bit more situational is the Sophia Estella one, which I mentioned at number 3. That is very much a mood-driven thing, but everything else I would listen to endlessly.
All right. We are up to our number 1s. Anybody in the audience want to join us and do their top 5? Please let it be known via the chats or wherever. And Jerry's going to let it be known what his favorite album of this year is, unless he has a beer that he wants to share.
Oh, well, no, not a new beer. But so okay, as I mentioned, before, go ahead.
Manny's gonna join us.
Okay, cool.
Manny, I think we gave you the link in our
Give me a second, Manny. I'll send it over to you.
Yeah,
I think it's in there, but it's pinned in there, y'all, so y'all can come in anytime. Just so y'all know that. But Jerry, just so you know, I'm not going to interrupt you this time.
The number 1 album for me, again, one of the reasons why I want to make sure that I set it as my favorites for 2025 is that there were some records this year that I kind of needed to experience some things that are a little bit more emotionally vulnerable, some different things happening there. And so there are a lot of records that kind of touched on that. This record, I wouldn't say it's vulnerable in like all of its lyrics, but the overall sound is something unique. So the producer out of the UK is Matthew Herbert, and a lot of people have heard some of his works. He's done a lot of house and as well as some other electronic productions. And then with Matthew Herbert, you have Momoko Gill, who is a percussionist and vocalist in her own right. When they brought this record together, I feel the result is a warm, percussive pop music. That it was something I heard over the summer when they released it, and I really just enjoyed the record. I enjoyed her vocal. Her vocal, again, warm is the first thing that comes to my mind. And while it is percussive and there are these electronic bits in here, there's enough production to make it bubbly, but it doesn't exactly go into like heavy duty. Now there's some remixes that may get you on the floor, but it's just a really great record. And even when the mood slows down a little bit and the tempo, I just really like the way they sing. And so Baby Star, Show Me, Need to Run, which we looked at in the pre thing for Need to Run. I just really enjoy this album. So if you haven't heard Matthew Herbert and Momoko Gill, and this album is called Clay, I would definitely recommend to take a listen to it, because lyrically, musically, I sat with this album ever since it released in June.
Nice, y'all. We will. So Jerry, I think we can unveil your. Let's see here. Is this it? This is it. No. We got it, Gil. We got it.
Oh, the full 10. Yeah. So yeah,
10.
that is the full top 10 there. Basically, I'll start with 5 since the 6 through 10 we kind of went through the store. Stephen Bamidele, The Crash, really great pop record, indie pop record. Indie pop has kind of been my theme this year as well. Yukimi Nagano is her last name. For You, definitely take a listen to that. Amber Navran and Phil Boudreau, the album Dreaming, just a 4-track EP. I think some nice jams on there. Black Milk and Fat Ray. I love Black Milk. Can't get enough of Black Milk. And so Food from the Gods, really great album there. And then Matthew Herbert and then Momoko Gill, but Herbert and Momoko, the album is called Clay. That is my top 10 for 2025. I have tons of things that were, tons of songs and things from the year. And also wanted to just send a quick shout out to Kemet Coleman of Vine Street Brewing, as well as Smitty with Smittix Brewing for the albums that they dropped this year. Smittix did 2 mixtapes, and he released them, and they're under his Kid Infamous. So if you look on Bandcamp for Kid Infamous, and he's got tape deck music and some of the beats that he's put together. He's definitely 90s boom bap. I mean, this is a certain style he really enjoys. And the other one is Eat Number 3. And so there actually is a full series of Eat projects there on Bandcamp. And then again, Kemet Coleman with Vine Street released King of Kemet this year. So shout out to our brewers who are also making a music pivot when they do, which just kind of goes right into the line of the podcast.
Yeah, and creative people are going to be creative.
Absolutely.
And number 2, we know our friend Tony's creative, so we're going to see what his number 1 is.
Yeah, so number 1 has been playing in my ears since April of this year. From the first time I heard the track There's a Rhythm, I was like, there's something here. Let me go dig in a little further. I asked, who the hell was that? That was a unique song. And when I had the chance to listen to the album in full, it was a deep appreciation. And the artist is Bon Iver out of Wisconsin, up there near you, Greg. I'm back in stateside this time. When I heard this album, Stable Fable, I was blown away because I didn't think I was from the original. Just looking at it, I'm going to click on this album to give it a try. I didn't think I was going to love it. I didn't even think I was going to like it. I ended up falling in love with it. I love the musical journey this group takes us on. And I say it all the time, start to finish. Once you finish it, you can go back because there are some good cuts on here. Again, There's a Rhythm is one of my favorite songs that may go down as one of my favorite songs of all time. It's that damn good because it's that damn simple. And if you listen closely, there's a couple little DJ scratches in there too. It's very, very subtle that I really, really love. I love the lyrics. Bon Iver is more of a folk group, and it's nice. It blurs the line of a little popish at times as well. We have some cuts on here with Danielle Haim from the group Haim that I really, really like. Some of the tracks on here from There's a Rhythm. If only I Could Wait. This is a badass track. This is a 2-disc or 2 vinyl set because the original first 4 songs was Stable, which was an EP that came out in 2024. But then they completed the album, releasing the full remaining songs in April of 2025 to make the full Stable Fable. The reason why this is number 1 is because I've been jamming it since April, where my number 2 surprised me and dropped in November. I would have loved to gave it to Crumbin, but I can't run from Bon Iver in this album. I listen to it all the time. I can literally start it from any track and just let it go. This was good. And he's not overcomplicating anything lyrically. He's not giving me a lot of samples, a lot of different kind of sounds. He's just vibing out. It reminds me of there was a restaurant I used to eat at in my college town. Shout out to University of North Texas. I know we didn't make the playoffs this year, guys, but maybe next year. Hopefully we reload. That's my little sports talk of the day. And there's a place up there called Frilly's. And on Friday nights, there was this little one-man band. He'd be in there just jamming out as I'm eating my catfish and just watching him play. But he was a vibe. I'm sitting there drinking my beer, watching him play, and he's jamming out. And Bon Iver, I get similar feels when I'm hearing this album. Stable Fable is a really, really good album. And if you would have told me last year your number 1 album would be a folk, clarified as a folk album, I would have said no way. No way. But it is. Again, out of all the albums, this will be my one that I say go listen to because you'll be surprised. You will be surprised. This is a very, very good album. The track listings were perfectly in order. The flows, the ending of one track to blend into the next track was on point. And I do appreciate that. I really, really do. This is a continuous sound. And he's singing these songs, not necessarily in heartbreak, but you can tell they're taking us on a journey. Stable Fable, you're number 1. You did it, man. This was a really good album. And I really, really hope I like their next stuff because I'm scared to go back and listen to old stuff because I love this one so much. Now that I got that off my chest, I will go back and listen to their first stuff because I knew this was going to be my number 1 album back in the summer. It's that damn good. So Stable Fable by Bon Iver. Cheers to you. You made Cool Tony D's top top 10 list. I'm happy. I'm proud. I would love to see them in person. I think that's, if I can ever get around to it, me and my wife will go see him. So that's my number one. I've been saving that literally since the middle of summer because I knew that was going to be my number one. Cheers to them, Boney Bar.
All right. That deserves a. Anybody have any comments on Tony's number one? All right.
Check it out. Check it out. That top two was tough, man. It was tough. I only gave it to Boney Bar because I've been listening to it a lot longer. But that damn Crumbin was, man. Telling you, man, when you hear balls and pins, you're gonna be, whoa, what did you just do?
Yeah.
Yes, that good.
All right, so we're up to my number one.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you. Very passionate here. I love me some music.
I want to address this. So JG said this. And my response to him is this. And then we can get to my number one, which was this one. My list was full of surprises and things that I didn't think would happen when I started out about a month and a half ago, really logging my albums as far as like trying to track about which ones I was going to do for this. I was listening to albums before that, but I wasn't in the mindset. So this one rocked my socks, y'all. It was quick. It was 29 minutes. Y'all know I love my attention span. I mean, I made it through the weekend's like movie of fucking music, an hour and a half, dog. And it was good. And that's why it got my list, because I was like, wait, it's a guy I don't like. And I listened to an hour and a half of his music just straight the fuck up. Like, so it was like, okay, I gotta, he's gotta represent Jerry. I gotta do something. This guy here, Tyler, the creator, is not one of my favorite. I wouldn't even consider him like top 20 of my favorite. But this album, though, y'all, it's really a I don't know. Some people said it's a pivot like into hip hop and bounce and funk, but that's what I felt. And y'all know, if you follow me, I'm a sucker for punk. So if you put punk in anything, it's just gonna be like, it's just gonna stand out to me. It's gonna hit me. It's gonna grab me. Just like this, for 29 minutes, I was gripped on what I was hearing, and the lyrics, and everything just works here for me. It's just 29 minutes of bliss, actually. And for your ears, it's a headphones kind of thing. It's definitely listen through, playable. Pharrell Williams has his hands all over this, and I'm a fan of his. Don't You Worry Baby has someone that Doug is fond of, Madison McFerrin. We've heard him talk reference her earlier today. And we got and the other one I liked is Ring Ring Ring, which is a disco funk track. It samples Michael Jackson's Off the Wall. So Tyler just goes all over the place here in 29 minutes, and it's wonderful. Check it out. There's not much to invest here. It's 29 minutes, and it's fun too. It's fun. It's hard to find some fun, even in music these days. There's a lot of seriousness. There's a lot of, and that's good. We got to have perspective. Sure. But if y'all want 29 minutes of fun, don't tap that glass. Doug, don't tap that glass for your. Oh. I didn't do a recap of my. Sorry, y'all. I didn't do a recap of my top 10.
Well, real quick on that, Tyler the Creator, man. Tyler is actually for me personally, I have to be in the mindset to listen to Tyler because he does do this alternative style to hip hop. But it is actually, to me, it's very refreshing at times because you can get as you know, guys, I love my trap, my 21 Savage. I can do all that. But when Tyler switches the knobs a little bit, and that's where you get like the internet, Steve Lacy. He'll throw in some of this alternative R&B to go with this alternative hip hop. Tyler is a vibe when your mind is ready to accept that. And I that's cool that you have that number one, because I enjoy this album as well. But for me, it's going to be an album that I hear you now. Let me come back to you later so I can feel it again. So I thought that's really dope that you had that number one.
It's a dope album. I don't know. I love it. I absolutely love it. And all these I mean, they all earned it on my list, but like some of them really earned it, like The Weeknd and Miley. Like that was just wild for me. And I don't think Doug's number one is wild, but we'll get to that in a second here. We'll get to my top 10 there. So I had in the strain of Doug, when Doug says, I wanted to pick something that Jerry didn't know. That's Rick Express here at number 10. It's a really short album, though. I think it's like 25 minutes, but it is fun. It goes by fast, and he's fun. He's energetic. He's loving. He's just really a warm person. You can see it through his music and when he's on TikTok running around on the lives and stuff. The Weekend wasn't a movie long. It wasn't even a soundtrack, but it was an hour and a half of music, but it was tight. 21 Pilots is, I don't know, like I said, contemporary rock. If y'all like that, go there. And the other two are just really, really good sound rap albums, really good hip hop. And Shane Worth, shout out to Amani for that one, because that was really off the beaten path of things. So that was great. So that was my top 6 or top 5 or bottom 5, and then y'all just heard my top 5.
Mm-hmm.
And Doug, it's time to finish this off, buddy, and give us your top 1 of your top 5 of your top 10. You're on mute, buddy.
All right. So I'm going to be curious if any of you have heard of this band. It's an Aussie band. So it's an Australian band called Wilson, but like WILSN. No O.
Right one?
Yes, that is correct. So this is it's a Wilson. It's called Bloom. Not knocking on Duran Bernard's Bloom album, but there's a couple of songs in here. I like this whole album. I fucking love this album. This woman's voice is heavenly. It is. There's a song called "The Way," which is one that I think that's like their kind of premiere single off the album. There's one called "Waiting for You." There's a song called "Big Star," which she sounds like Amy Winehouse in that song. And if you could sound like Amy Winehouse in a song, that's a fucking accomplishment.
Absolutely.
And the whole album sounds a bit like Mark Ronson produced it, and it's not. It's her husband. Billy Ostick produced it. It's her husband. This album just hits every soulful note that I could ever want in an album. Like, just please play this and inject it into my veins. I fucking love this goddamn album. I will listen to this on repeat and just be enamored with it. It is a superb album. It's just gorgeous. That lady's voice is amazing. The musical arrangements are awesome. Like I said, it sounds like a Mark Ronson album. Like if Mark Ronson was producing an Amy Winehouse album and they had all the musical stuff behind her. That's what that sounds like. Now, her voice isn't Amy Winehouse's voice. I don't mean to say that. That's not it. But she has a super duper soulful voice that works with the rhythms and melodies of that sort of soul vibe. And I wish I could see her live, but they are touring only in Australia right now. So. God damn, that album is phenomenal. It's Wilson Bloom, the album. So.
And your full top 10.
Yeah. Duran Jones and the Indication Flowers, great vibe album. Yeah, Blonde Shell by Blonde Shell, Another Picture, dual album. Just if you want some, just great, just awesome women evaluating their role in society kind of music. Great ghost 90s vibe, fucking rock, just fantastic. Madison McFerrin, we've all both Tony and Jerry have talked about her being involved in multiple things. Superb voice. De La Soul, Greg talked about them in his top 5. Greatly produced. Tash Sultana, Return to the Roots. If you want someone who can fucking just play every goddamn instrument and just do awesome shit with their voice and their music, great stuff. Kwame, my favorite rap album of the year. Just so good. Sophia Sella, you want something that makes you a little bit more aware of how patriarchy works. Listen to that shit. The Sinner soundtrack. What do I have to say about that? It's a Sinner soundtrack. That shit is fucking great. And then Wilson's Bloom is just phenomenal. So, yeah. Jerry and Tony, have you heard of Wilson from Australia?
I have not. No, you definitely did your thing tonight, because there's some things I got a copy of everyone's list. I'm like, okay, I'm to go and listen to that
that album will fucking. I swear to you, I would love to hear both of your reviews, and Greg, you too. I don't know that you've heard that album, but like, listen to that and tell me what you think of it, because that album. I listened to that. I was like, all right, I'm listening to that right away again. Like, what did I just hear? I want to listen to all that again. And I think that's the album I've listened to the most out of all of these. That's how good that album is to me.
So y'all want to meet halfway through 2026 and talk about the albums that we didn't listen to?
I do.
The albums that we didn't listen to up until that point, because man,
on each other's list from this year. We could all talk about it.
I'm open to it.
We can bring that. Yeah, we can think about it.
So that what's funny is, so it's hard for me to listen to new albums, because Jerry knows I go back and I'm listening to older stuff. There's so many albums I heard this year, they just didn't come out this year. So really narrowing down the 10 albums that came out within a year is always tough. So I'm glad we do this, so I can have some other options out there, like, because there's so many rabbit holes that Jerry has sent me on and I've listened to some stuff like, wow, I'm glad I know Jerry to introduce me to this person.
Well, there was always a running joke on our podcast about, if a new album comes out, Tony isn't going to listen to it for like the next 5 years. Like, he literally would push the new album out. So doing this countdown was something that kind of brought us back. Okay, this is what came out this year. There are a lot of things from some very big artists that just didn't register for me this year.
Yeah, I remember Tony being like, yeah, G and X sounds good and all that, but I'll hit that in like a year and a half, dude. I was like, wait, what? This is wild.
It's true.
Right. And you were
It's true. Like, it just takes me a while, but that's just
no worries.
I hear the new stuff. I'm like, let me go find your old stuff first to build my ear up to your newer stuff. So
yeah, and that's Doug. I do this with TV shows. I'm like, yeah, Doug's like, this shit is bomb. Watch it. I'm like, I'll get it in like 3 years and shit. It's cool.
No, or he'll watch one episode and be like, nope, and then it'll be like 3 years later, like, this fucking show is great. I'm like, yeah, I told you that fucking 2 years ago. Like, dude, like, get on the.
I listened to you, but this wasn't my.
It just takes you a while.
Severance or whatever that shit is. That shit's wild. Anyway, so we have somebody who wants to come up and give their top 5 or 10, or I'm not sure, because it may be 20 actually with this guy, because he listens to a whole lot of music, like more, like especially hip hop. That is our serial buddy, serial comment offender, right, Doug? Or what would you
serial
call
guy?
Well, no, but what about the comments though? He slaves in the comments.
It's great. Yeah.
Right. So we got to give him some depth there, Doug. It's Serial Comment Avenger or something. We got to give him a label.
Stereo comment killer. How about that?
Everybody deserves a label and it has to be put in a box. So we're going to call my guy, Manny, and our guy, Manny, Serial Comment
Killer. We can't hear you. You're talking. So if you are, I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Nope. Still can't hear you, man. Come on, brother. It's that Sacramento Kings fucking vibe. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't come for the Bears, Doug. Don't go there. All right. Manny's working on his
shit.
Manny. That's a cereal box. All right. So while Manny works on that, y'all, I still have something actually to bring up if y'all don't mind.
Yeah, bring it.
All right. Well, here we go. That's not it.
Oh, that's not it? Okay.
Jerry, do you have thoughts on this?
I do, but why am I forgetting his name? What? Shoot.
Who's at the table? Who? Where?
He's right next to JC. Why am I forgetting
Tupac?
it? Huh?
Little Wayne? Tupac, Little Wayne?
If Little Wayne, if there were a eject button, it's like, get up. Out of here. Out of here. I mean, this is a strange table anyway, but in terms of just the mix. But yeah, if there were an eject button, I'd be like, you're out. You know.
Tony?
Oh man. As much as I love him, I don't like anything he's done recently, and that's the great Kanye West. I would tell him to go. It's time to give it up, buddy. And yeah, that's my pick.
Doug, do we even have to ask you, Doug, or does everybody know?
Can I eject two at once and then just have Kendrick sitting there in both their spots? It's okay. Kanye and Lil Wayne. Get rid of both of them. Fuck them. Boof. Out. And drop Kendrick in there.
Doug always breaks the rules and does two.
Whatever. Fuck
those are the two I want. Those are the two, and yeah. Let's just get rid of Lil Wayne's dumbass. And the whole Packer thing is kind of.
Right, so listen, you can make a point for Kanye and his early shit being lyrically awesome. There is no argument for Lil Wayne being lyrically great. To me, I think his stuff is terrible. But
so let's see if I'm sorry, Doug. Let's see if Manny can talk.
I hope I can.
Yeah,
there we go.
Okay,
it's the man.
Let's go.
It's the man.
Manny,
down, bro.
Before we get to your top five, Manny, who has to leave the table?
I'm just not a Lil Wayne dude. Now if we talk again, are we talking about Kanye musically? He can never leave the table, but he's gonna be the one in that Thanksgiving video that just takes the whole table, throws everything everywhere, and nobody gonna eat. So I mean, at some point he's gonna start the fight. So
even if raisins weren't in the potato salad originally, they're gonna get there because of the mess in the throat.
Absolutely, you got it, sir. You got it. You already know.
Well, welcome, Manny. Nice to have you, buddy. How you doing?
This is intimidating, man. There's some big wigs here, man. Man, it's the stars.
No, Manny, I know with as much hip hop, well, just as much music in general, because there's artists that you've introduced us to when you've been on the show as well. So I'm ready. I'm totally ready to hear your list.
So I kept it pretty hip hop on this one just because there's so much out there, and there's a bunch that you guys had. I had even wrote down. I had the Clips album, great album. They hadn't missed a beat. They were back and forth. Kind of reminded me of the the old Smith and Wesson back and forth, which I thought they were some of the most underrated back and forth artists from back in the day. Like they did a song called One on One. If you've never seen that video of Smith and Wesson, it's the most perfect back and forth song I've ever heard out of anybody. Nobody's ever done it to the extent that they've done it. So, so I'm just going to name a couple that I didn't have. Right? Again, I had De La, Chez Noir was a. So my first one is JID, and I'm not even a big JID fan. Like I have not. JID has always been like so with me over the years. Some decent songs, and it kind of tail spins a little bit, and never a full album that I could just get through, without having to like grind.
Right.
But this year he had an album was called God Does Like Ugly, and it is a phenomenal album. For whatever reason, it caught me. I listened to it. I knew it never do this with JID. I listened to it from front to back. Did not stop it. It had an old school vibe to it as far as hip hop. I thought he flowed very well with it, which I sometimes have a problem. And I've always said this about Nas sometimes too, as great as Nas is. Sometimes the beats don't fit him, and that's what kind of cripples him. And it's where you get the arguments from a lot of people. JID has that problem sometimes. And this one I thought was perfectly done for him production-wise.
Yeah.
It just messed with him. I love the album. I have two more. So one, I said it in the chat. Ruben Vincent. If you haven't heard of Ruben Vincent, he's only 23, 24 years old. He's probably, I think, on his second or third album. He's done a couple of LPs. This is a kid that is already on, he's kind of like, when you listen to him, he's got veteran skills. Like those skills have been sharpened, and he's there. And he did an album with Ninth Wonder. It's called Welcome Home. And it's very much his ode. To me, I take it as his ode to hip hop. He's given back to all the older artists, and you can tell this very heavily influenced by the golden age of hip hop in the '90s. And it's a phenomenal album. And just to see somebody that young have such a great appreciation for that art, for the culture.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what he does in the future because he is a phenomenal lyricist.
Check that out for sure.
And then my last one, it hits more at home, and it's with everything that's going on right now with ICE and all that. There's an artist from LA. Her name is Snow the Product. Snow has been around forever. She has been around forever on the underground scene. She's been grinding for a long time, doing independent work. She's on TikTok a lot. She's on Instagram a lot, but she's also had like a steady flow of music over the years. She came out with an album about 2 weeks ago. It's called Before I Crash Out. And although I don't know I hate saying it like that, I don't know if you have to be Mexican to totally appreciate everything in this album, but she does like a lot of she uses a lot of old like 60s and 70s Mexican songs in it. So if you're familiar with the rancheros and like the old songs of Vicente Fernandez and like Ramon Ayala, like those songs as soon as they hit. And it's just a beautiful letter to Mexico and to immigrants. And she's very much on the side of, against ICE and against Trump and all that good stuff. But it's a very powerful album. If you listen to it, I think you can feel it. Even if you're not understanding the whole cultural aspect of it, you can feel it. You can definitely feel the Mexican culture weave and flow through the whole album. And it's a great album. Like I almost had tears listening to it, and just because it just spoke to that side of me, and it spoke to that. And it's me being an immigrant. I've gone through this system and know what it's like to deal with immigration. It's just very powerful. It's powerful in a lot of ways. So I appreciate that album.
Snow the Product, right?
Snow the Product. It's called Before I Crash Out. It's a pretty long one. That one has about, I guess I don't know what's considered long anymore. I keep seeing people with like 30 song albums nowadays, but it's probably about 17, 18 songs, good 45 minutes at least. So it's a good album. I would say definitely take a listen and tell me what you think about that.
Yeah.
But I thought this was a great year for hip hop in general. Like a lot of old artists, the whole Mass Appeal line, whether you loved them or I thought there was hit and misses in there, but the fact that these guys are still going strong, Eric Sermon, LL, like all these guys are going strong, and we all know, like, the Wu-Tang did their last tour, and that was phenomenal. Just the fact that we know, like, a lot of us older folks, this is like might be the last time we hear some of these people, right? Like album wise. So you got to enjoy what you can get, and I try not to critique too hard on that because of that.
Yeah.
Opposed to like a younger artist or a more up and coming, and maybe that's being biased, But I just have one request, Rakim. If you ever see this episode, can I get an album? Just asking for one more album, bro. That's all I need out of you, man. You'll always be my goat. So, like, I just need one more thing from you. That's it.
That was one thing I mentioned to Doug earlier this year. There were a lot of established hip hop artists that released albums this year. A lot of established artists, and some artists, it actually made me look and see that their discographies were a lot fuller than I thought. Like Arrested Development released a new album this year, and I didn't realize that they had so much work in between. And it just, it was just one of those things where I just hadn't been paying attention, and so it made me go back and go like, oh, okay, they have a whole body of work, and so now that's homework on that scale. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of people have been putting at the top, and I'd love to hear your feedback on this, Manny, because I've heard the album, I like it, but I'd love to hear your feedback. A lot of people, like, towards their top, they've been talking about the Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist. And I'm just curious what your thoughts were on that.
I do like that. Alchemist has been a busy man this year. He has been on a lot of production this year. Mm-hmm. He's rapped on some too. Like he's sharpened those skills too. I like Freddie Gibbs. He's another one to me also where I don't think he's for everybody. Like he has that certain sound to, like, I think he draws certain. It's like some, and there's another person, Larry June, is a person that's been pretty popular over the years. It's a little bit more gangster, more street. You have to be into that to have a appreciation for it a lot of times. But I think Freddie is a very underrated artist, and I did like that album. I like the Alchemist sound a lot. He has really improved over the last 5 to 6 years, I would say, in his production, and it's a lot cleaner. It's a lot sharper. Mm-hmm. I think he's found himself. I think there was a couple of years where he was looking for himself. Mm-hmm. He's found his sound, and it's him. It's him for sure.
All right, and real quick, Doug has something to say here real quick, y'all.
Mm-mm.
Well, Doug's on mute, so I'll say it for him. Doug's dipping out. And we're going to keep the conversation going a little bit here. Doug has to wake up early.
Yeah, I have to get up early because my daughter has to go to work at 5:15 a.m. and it's snowing here, so I need to get up early to show her out. It is midnight already here, so I'm going to give you a quick recap of what I had. I had the
East Coast privilege.
Yeah, so so here's the Alpha Kings Christmas Porter. That was excellent. The Mad Elf, which was good. But my favorite thing tonight was the St. Bernardus Christmas Ale. That was excellent. So all good. Good beers.
All right, Doug. See you Christmas or New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Wednesday. All right, cheers, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, good to see you, Doug.
You as well. Take care.
Indeed.
Hi, Doug.
Jerry and Tony, we'll see. Well, thank you for joining us. And Greg, I'll see you Wednesday.
Thanks for the warning.
Yep. Ha. Cheers.
See you right now.
What's up, Jerry? Yeah, so did y'all Manny's he'll be back a little bit, and then we'll go to wrap y'all soon. But do y'all have any remarks on anything that Manny said, which was
no, he was on point with Larry June and Freddie Gibbs. They're definitely an acquired taste. Especially Larry June. With me being from the South, Larry June being that West Coast laid back, very monotone style, he jams. But definitely, I have to be wanting to get that same vibe. And I love Freddie Gibbs. I've been jamming Freddie for quite a while. Freddie reminds me of some earlier Houston artists from his style, his flow. But he's a Midwest guy coming from Indiana. So yeah, no, I love Freddie Gibbs, and Larry June's definitely on my list, and I do enjoy him. Dom Kennedy, I'm a big Dom Kennedy fan out there on the West Coast, but no, it was a good year for hip hop. I just didn't get around to listening to it all. If you remember, my number one last year was LL Cool J's album. That was my number one album of last year. So
and that was a late drop.
Yeah, I appreciate the old school classic artists, but I like this new plethora of younger artists doing their thing. But there's so much variety when it comes just to hip hop alone. Oh man, you can stay in one area and just get lost in it. Or you can go regionally and just get lost in it. Happens all the time. In my later years, that's why I kind of ventured off to different genres in general, because I could be so immersed in hip hop that I forget that I do like pop, or I do like R&B, or I do like house, techno. I do like some of the other stuff. Who knows what 2026 may bring? I may jump down that hip hop rabbit hole. We shall see. I don't think so, because I fell in love with a lot of different genres, but it's good to hear a hip hop head like Manny just talk all that stuff, because you're reminded, oh damn, I didn't know about that. Or I need to give this one a second listen, and maybe I'll put that a little bit higher next time. So we'll see. My Spotify is on fire right now. It's there's so many just albums. Sometimes I get on late at night, Jerry. I see what Greg's listening to just to be nosy. Half the time I don't even know the artist, so I'm like, I get to that later.
Yeah, because they're all mainstream radio people. It's fine. But so before we get out of here, y'all, Tony, did you have any beverages that you would like to say or talk about or review here?
No, it's I was just sipping the gin. I'll probably do another one here. I think bed tonight.
What kind of gin was it?
I'm gonna go eat some. Here locally, it's just 11. I'm gonna go eat some leftover Christmas food and kind of chill out tonight.
What was the name of the gin?
Yeah, what was the gin?
Quality House. I forgot. It was I gotta go look that up. It was from Kentucky, I do believe. It's good. It's solid. I so far, I'm really happy to be introduced to gin, Jerry. I really am. Like I don't know what's good and what's bad yet, but I'm going down this journey with my wife, and we're digging it so far. But it's pretty good. The one thing I do like with gin so far, the things I mix it with have been on point, and it's really just been ginger beer, like Jerry introduced me to, or just simple Sprite. I like just going with that on ice and calling it a day, and it's been really, really good. Sometimes I'm known for using my kids' juices and mixing it with it. It's not bad either. Not bad either.
So you're that Capri Sun dad?
Yes, I am. In a heartbeat, I will mix that with.
And Jerry, he's pretty unapologetic about that.
Oh, Jerry knows I eat my kids' snacks if we buy them,
Hey,
they're there. If I don't get one, I'm not gonna get none.
You're that parent.
Devour it.
You take yours just off the top. Just take this.
Yeah, just give me my 5% now. Let me take that.
Well, with those little rugrats, you don't know if anything's gonna survive. So you gotta take Jerry, you gotta take your off the top.
Let me get my handful of Slim Jims now before y'all eat them all.
Slim Jims.
Here comes another father chiming in.
See, there it is.
No, can't let it go to waste. Gotta eat it, man. But again, if I don't eat it, I'm not gonna get none.
Well, thanks, T, again. If you would like to go, that's cool. I'm just gonna ask Jerry for what he's drinking. And,
yeah, guys, it's been real. Jerry, thank you. Greg, thank you. It's been great doing this countdown. Again, looking forward to next year already. Hope you have a great evening, and everybody out there that watched me tonight. Thank you. Modern Brews and Beats is still going strong, and I'm blessed to be doing this with Jerry, and just keep it going, just keeping it going. So yes, thank you again, and I hope you have a good night and a great New Year's coming up. Looking forward to it, guys.
Good night, Tony.
It's been real, fellas.
Good night, Tony. Good night, buddy. Cheers.
Hey,
Jerry, it's just you and I believe Manny's time was up.
Oh, okay. And all right.
Yeah, so that was good though. I mean, he left us y'all. I mean, if you listen to this show at one point, you're just gonna get just a plethora of great ideas.
True.
And also when you listen to Modern Brews and Beats, you're gonna get a plethora of ideas. So before that though, before you tell us about everything that we need to know to find your podcast, what did you drink and was it delightful?
So again, I had two lagers actually. One dark lager, 817 from False Idol that I enjoyed, as well as Pho Show. They were looking to sort of replicate the flavors of pho in this rice lager. So I really enjoyed both of them. Pho Show is probably my favorite. Again, this is a rice lager with Thai chilies, lemongrass, basil. And I really, really enjoy what they do with this beer. It's Vector Brewing and Intrinsic Brewing in Dallas, in the Dallas area.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's solid.
Yeah, and what also sounds good, in my opinion, is your podcast. Please tell us where we can find it. And
well, thank you. So Modern Brews and Beats is available anywhere you enjoy audio podcasts. So Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and of course Pocket Casts and things like that. Or you can go to modernbrewsandbeats.com and hear it there. And we have the different shows on YouTube now. Unlike Speakeasy, it's not not see the visuals of us talking, but it'll be the audio, so you can listen to it on YouTube. And if you hear it on YouTube, it'll be under NTX Beer, so you want to follow the NTX Beer channel at YouTube, and you get all the shows as soon as they come down. But it's always good to get a chance to chat with you, Greg and Doug, and talk about music, talk about a lot of different things. So thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for joining us with these lists. This is always fun.
Yes, it is. And y'all have a Patreon too, right?
We do have a Patreon. So we definitely putting the shows out. You may hear some different ads in the shows. If you'd like to hear more of what we do and hear some things earlier and some other video things that are just for special audience and like to support us, follow us at Patreon. So we're on Patreon, Modern Brews and Beats, and we'd love to see you there, and we'd love to provide even more for you as far as different content that you'll see first and exclusive there.
Yes. And my last ask of you, my friend and co-host here on a Speakeasy, can you take us out in that J.W. Richard Modern Brews and Beats way?
Okay. We thank you for listening to the show and actually watching the show here. And we want you to enjoy your favorite brews and your favorite beats. But please do not drive drunk. Please call a cab, Lyft, Uber, a friend, or be a friend. if someone needs to get home safe. Thank you for listening to Modern Brews and Beats. Is how it ended. But we definitely thank you for watching SpeakEasy Conversations. I do want to say one thing real quick about that ending. A lot of times when I first used it, I wasn't sure if people thought I was like being, like pushing something out that was a little, na goody two shoes type thing. But I know me, and I am always talking to myself first. So, and when I say those words, I'm always thinking about, okay, when you're out and about, make sure you're getting things taken care of so you can get back home safe.